So this equals code.
Oh, really?
But you. He was in space.
They got here early. Terry sent me a picture that she took of me and Joe. I got to give it to you. Yeah. She it's all about
More shelf life. We're going to make our office is going to be
You can still move it. I'm sure that'll be even better. No pressure. Hey, we have the video green.
Where'd you get them? About 3 or 4 packages out.
And we know that.
I know they're coming through today. They're coming at 2:45.
2:45.
Is most of today will be dry with a mix of sun and clouds, but do have a 10% chance for a pop-up shower this afternoon. Very similar day ahead of us for your Friday, mix of sun and clouds with a 10% chance for an afternoon pop-up shower, but we will be a little hotter with highs in the mid-90s. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
The seasons are always changing, but one thing should stay the same: the comfort of your home. Let the heat and air professionals at BR McGinty keep your family warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Call today.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's renter's insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the 4 walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Maybe this is you too. There is enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It's amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why Medi-Share is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and Medi-Share is proven. And yeah, you could save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Here's the number. They're easy to talk to. 877-64-BIBLE. That's 877-64-BIBLE.
We got the big deals at the Big Lot.
Summer is here at the Big Lot. If you need a truck or an SUV for the lake this summer, maybe a Jeep for some off-road fun, come see us at the Big Lot.
Folks, we have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at under $20,000, and our banks work with any credit situation.
You can buy with zero down, and our lenders love saying yes. So come see us at the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton.
The Big Lot Benton.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you feel embarrassed, trapped, maybe even ashamed just because you own a timeshare?
Well, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. Chuck McDowell here, the timeshare cancellation guy. I get over 3,000 complaints a week from all kinds of folks that feel the same way you do. Honest people, teachers, veterans, grandparents, all losing sleep over a timeshare they can't get rid of. That's why 15 years ago, I founded Wesley Financial Group to help people take their lives back. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we would want our own family to be treated. That mindset has helped us cancel over 50,000 timeshares from people just like you. So if you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-330-6363. That's 800-330-6363. 800-330-6363.
John Daly joins the mayhem Tuesday mornings, courtesy of Honda of Russellville, Arkansas's #1 Honda dealership. From Goldwing trikes to side-by-sides, Honda of Russellville has an inventory no one else has. Check it out at hondaofrussellville.com.
It's the Hustler Summer Sizzler happening now at Cabot Outdoors. Save big this summer with up to $2,000 off select Hustler zero-turn mowers. Grab the X-Ride 60-inch and save $2,000. Enjoy 0% financing for 42 months with approved credit. Payments as low as $330 a month. And don't miss Hustler Raptor deals. Get $250 off or score a free DeWalt tool. Sale ends July 31st. Cabot Outdoors, your source for Hustler and DeWalt equipment. Get mowing today. Online at CabotOutdoors.com. Join the zone each Monday for game balls and jock straps. Brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and Phil give you their game balls and jock straps on the zone from 10 till 1. It's all brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level. And be listening for game balls and jock straps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Live from the True Service Credit Union Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
All right, welcome into Out of Bounds. Wes Moore, Joe Franklin, live at First Community Bank for Day 3 of the Big Miller High School Football Media Days, and it's already been a full day, about halfway done. A lot of schools came through this morning, and we got a lot more to go this afternoon. We'll talk high school football with you today. We got Richard Davenport of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette and WholeHogSports.com joining us at 2:06 today, so we can talk a little recruiting with him. Curious to get his thoughts on the new Razorback commitment, Caleb Arrigo.
There's a lot of excitement about him. So we'll have plenty to talk about.
He's going to bring something that is much needed to this team, I believe. Some size, some girth, some rebounding, some things that were missing with the team last year and that seem to be missing off of this roster. And then, of course, we got the Open Championship going on. Round 1 is finishing up. You got some named golfers like Rory McIlroy and Matt Fitzpatrick on the course right now. They've played 13 holes, so they got about 5 more to go. Your leader of the Open Championship is Jackson Suber. Joe, tell me about Jackson Suber.
Who?
Jackson Suber. He's an American. I had to click on his name to see the American flag, so okay, that's an American. Sung J M is tied for second. I've heard of Sung J.
Let's go back to Jackson Suber. Was he a late qualifier for it, or?
I have no idea how he got into the field, but he shot 5 under. Sung J M, Daniel Brown, and Pearson Cootie is tied for second place at 4 under. By the way, all those guys in our contest are in the field.
Oh, nice.
Pearson Cootie and Michael Cataldo, the tournament director of the Simmons Bank Championship, was texting me after I said I'd never heard of Pearson Cootie, and he's like, "How have you not heard of Pearson Cootie?"
Oh, Michael Cataldo has heard of all these.
Oh, he knows them all.
Yeah,
he needs to be
on every tour.
All the tours. He says Pearson Cootie was a stud at Texas, has a brother Parker Cootie, and his grandfather is the legend Charles Cootie.
You may have heard of Charles Cootie.
Yes, Charles Cootie was probably back in the 60s, I would guess, was the golfer back then. And I remember him when he was on the Champions Tour years and years ago, probably one of the original founders maybe of the
I guess maybe if you've heard of Charles Cootie, then the last name stands out.
Yep.
So, I mean, that would be the connection there.
There you go. That's Pearson Cootie is tied for second place. Other guys on the leaderboard real quick, Thomas Dietrich, Robert McIntyre, Francesco Molinari, Alex Smalley, Bryson DeChambeau, Ryan Gerard, MJ Dafu, maybe French, Colin Morikawa, and Cameron Young. They're all at 3 under par, so 2 shots out of the lead. By the way, I just want to point it out. We were making fun of Jordan Smith because he wasn't Jordan Spieth, and somehow we handed him out.
Oh, yeah.
200 today. He is tied for 14th place. So Jordan Smith, who accidentally got into the tournament, or our tournament, is doing well.
That's okay. Some bigger names could be field, and some not so big names could be part of the list.
Scotty Scheffler, by the way, is 2 under par. He's done for the day. Sam Burns is even par on the course right now. Rory is 2 over. Matt Fitzpatrick is 2 over. My guy Justin Rose, 5 over today. Did not play well, but first round is finishing up, and we'll take a deeper look at the leaderboard here in a few minutes. I want to talk a little high school football real quick, though. John Fogelman joins us, head coach of the Malvern Leopards. Coach, you heard of those golfers we were talking about?
No, not really. Especially, I'm still trying to figure out the Suber guy you're
Jackson
speaking
Suber.
of. Jackson Suber.
Yeah,
great story.
I need Cataldo to text me now about Jackson Suber and give us some information on the leader of the British Open.
Well, I was reading this morning about his last name is Plunkett.
Plunkett,
who was in the Army. He went to the Army, and he, of course, he went stationed over east somewhere and didn't touch a club for like 4 years, and somehow he's gotten qualified and he's in it. I was hoping y'all would call his name out.
I'll have to look for Plunkett.
Oh, there's some great stories in there. So, Coach, football, there's a lot going on. You guys are in off season. Do you get a chance to watch some events and pay attention to other sports going on right now?
Oh, absolutely. We had obviously the NBA finals. I haven't been a huge NBA fan lately, but I thought that was a great series. It reminded me of the older days when it was a little more physical than it is now. So enjoyed that. Off the hills, watched the Stanley Cup. I think it's one of the most exciting things ever. And this British Open I enjoy watching because if I do play golf, I'm usually in the rough like a lot of these guys over there. So I really enjoy watching that one.
Marcus Plunkett is 1 over par, and he's on the course right now. So he hadn't shot himself out of the tournament. If he finishes strong,
maybe we'll have another John Daly story.
That would be nice.
Oh, that would be great.
All right, tell us about the Leopards. How are you guys looking?
Yeah, we've, as they were asking there just a second ago, coming off of a rough ending to a tough season last year in the first round of the playoffs, but Dardanelle was a heck of a football team. Our senior class has experienced the highs and the lows. Sophomores, 11-2 team, very, very successful, and then they went through last year, so they get to see and have examples of the people before them, and that's what we've been trying to do. It can go one way or the other. How do we approach the season, and how do you approach the off season and your work habits? And so it's a smaller senior group, but they sure have been working hard.
What do you have returning this year that is going to contribute big for you?
Well, we have some linemen. The line play is so important, and in the summertime everybody gets wrapped up in 7-on-7, but we've recently had a couple of team camps where we looked a lot better once we added in our the full team, and so we do have some experience back on the line, in particular the defensive line, and so if you got to have experience. That's where I'd like to have it on the line, and so I hope that will carry us through.
What do those linemen do during 7-on-7?
Well, we didn't do very many, but ours, when we left to go to say 7-on-7 to say we're going to Benton, they stayed and work out. And then we same thing when we go to another one. So try to make their schedule where they're still doing that, and like I mentioned, the team camps where they are involved, and very important.
You ever have any of those guys campaign to play in 7-on-7?
Absolutely. Everybody's a wide receiver and quarterback these days.
Your conference looks a little different this year. You got some new members joining you,
right? And that's I still think the upper part is going to be Arkadelphia in Nashville, and of course Fountain Lake's got tremendous quarterback and wide receivers coming back off a successful year. we're losing Bauxite and Haskell, but we're playing Haskell non-conference, and they're really improved. And so then there's the uncertainties of the new teams that we got to figure out. But I really hadn't looked much into them, to be honest, because we're trying to work ourselves out right now. And we've got a really tough non-conference schedule, opening up with Warren and then go to Stuttgart. And
good Lord,
yeah. And so all of that's to prepare us for when we do play the tougher teams.
What do you have at your quarterback this year?
We've got Aaron Pinkston, who is a returning starter, but he played defensive end for us. He's a hard-nosed, tough football player. We have Trevor Hodges, who was the starting quarterback for the ninth grade team, who's he's talented, but he's young. Mm-hmm. And so I think they'll both play because they're both needed. We got to have Aaron still at defensive end. So if it's just Trevor giving him some rest time, and they're different. Trevor can do some things differently than Aaron, so it just kind of opens up some more things we can do. So we'll probably have two. I know that used to be not a good thing to have, but I think it works.
You ever put the two on the field at the same time, two quarterbacks on the field together?
They could. We haven't gotten into that, but Aaron's obviously a defensive end, so now you can say, well, he's a tight end type too. So he could play that. Trevor's a really good athlete and is fast. So if he's not the quarterback, and they both do some stuff on defense. Trevor's doing some free safety as well, but he would be a very good wide receiver. We've yet to put him out there, but being an athlete and quarterback, you think it'd be a natural transition.
Have you ever had a quarterback / defensive end?
No, but I don't know if you remember Jordan Eddington was quarterback / nose guard. And a couple of years back at Catholic High, and he was a heck of a ball player. But no, now last year, too, we had Kyler Wright, who played defensive end the year before. He did not play as much defense last year, though. He was strictly more quarterback. Aaron will be doing both.
Yeah, that's unique. I mean, I've seen quarterbacks go both ways and play. A lot of times it's like it's a safety, maybe a linebacker, but defensive end's a little different.
I think I remember a kid at Warren that was such a good quarterback, played quarterback defensive end a couple of years back.
Well, in this championship game, when Traylon Burks, he was playing linebacker, led the team in tackles, and had to play a little quarterback.
Right.
And they had some success in doing like a wildcat, doing some different things. He was doing that, but Lassiter, are you talking about Hayden Lassiter or one of the Lassiters?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
It's great to have versatile players where you can move them all around the field.
Well, I think, it helps them understand. Now, defensive end quarterback may not help you understand quite as much, but if I'm playing a kid a couple of years ago comes to mind, Sam Sanders was an outstanding quarterback, but he played 2 years at free safety. So he comes to quarterback, he's understanding what a defense does. Mm-hmm. And, we've got coming up, we specialize so much these days that maybe you don't understand the entire game. And so I think doing both sides can help you.
You've had a lot of good running backs over the years at Malvern. What do you have this year?
Well, a little combination. We've got the guy that's really stood out this summer is a kid named Wesley Morley. He runs 21 200 and 11 something 100. He's really fast. But he's not just new to us. He's new to the States. He came over like 8th grade, 9th grade. So he didn't grow up playing football. And he's just really, really now understanding the game. And so he's had a little bit of experience, but I think this could be a breakout year for him. Katie Shields is back. He's got some experience. And so it's kind of a committee this year.
You mentioned specializing so much. Do you have some multi-sport athletes?
We do. We were a little shorthanded today in the workouts, and here we've got a couple that play. It's more football, basketball. We got some guys out of town today that gone to Kansas for AAU, and and some other things. And then you got your football and baseball, and in a town like Malvern, if you can do it You need to play it all, and we need to share, and I think our coaches do a really good job of that, and I think it helps the kids. It gives them a break from us. It gives them a break from the sport and allows them to, cross-train like we used to.
You mentioned Wesley. Where's he from?
Bahamas.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got I don't know if you could hear in there, but he's got I was walking out, and they asked about a little bit of an accent. This is Bahamas. Yeah.
That's cool. What did he grow up playing? What was his sport?
Yeah, I have no idea what they do down there.
Basketball,
he was chasing
soccer,
Soccer and track are big.
Yeah.
Well, who was it? Usain Bolt? Was he from the Bahamas? Jamaica. Who was the one from the Bahamas?
It was an athlete that came into the state, actually, and was playing at one of the colleges here. Can't remember exactly who it was.
Talented, some athletes. I grew up with some Bohemians. They went to my junior college and played basketball, and they were all just athletic as get out.
Right.
Jump out of the gym and good
We
athletes.
were talking on the way down here about, the time spent outside as compared to maybe not so much now, but, you talked about the time spent outside and be able to run around and stuff.
Just playing all
Video
the time.
games.
Yeah.
Maybe VR. VR could help them out.
Right.
Coach, we appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. And
Yes, sir. Thank
just
you.
talking a little
for all you
Malvern
do.
football with us.
Yeah, appreciate you.
That's John Fogelman joining us on Out of Bounds. Let's see here. We got about 5 minutes or so. We can give you a quick little update on the leaderboard before we take this commercial break. We are live at the Big Miller Football Media Days. We got Price Holmes, the new head coach at Greene County Tech. Of course, Price Holmes was up in Batesville and was with the football team. And where is he? They're done.
Oh,
they just came out.
Yeah, I was going to say they had to be either walking in or.
There he is. Our YouTube feed is probably a minute behind real time. And so it's happened to me a couple times. I'll look back on the TV behind us, and they're still in the room talking, and I look up, they're in front of us.
Well, clued in the fact that, Coach, you could see him kind of moving, so you knew that they were out of there.
Walking out. Yeah, they just walked into the lobby. Real quick, I'll just scan this leaderboard and give some of the big names that are not on the leaderboard at the Open Championship. I mentioned Scotty Scheffler at 2 under par. Nick Taylor, we drew. He's 2 under par. Sepp Straka, 2 under par. How about Bud Cauley?
Bud Cauley.
Who was it yesterday? David was like, Bud Cauley? Yep, Bud Cauley, 2 under par. Alex Fitzpatrick, Matt Fitzpatrick's brother, is 1 under par. Terrell Hatton is 1 under par. Tommy Fleetwood, 1 under. John Rahm is 1 under. Laurie Cantor, we drew him yesterday, 1 under par. Kirk Kitayama, Keegan Bradley, all these guys are at 1 under par. Xander Schauffele, now he's on the course still. He's played, 13 holes, and he is 1 under par. These golfers are all even par. Russell Henley, Victor Hovland, Justin Thomas. Tom Kim, last week's winner, is even par. Nico Echeverria from the University of Arkansas shot even par. Actually, he's still on the course. He's played 12 holes. 1 over par golfers. Max Homa, Ricky Fowler, Sam Stevens, Akshay Bhatia. Remember that call? Spelling it out.
Yeah, spell it. How?
Akshay Bhatia, 1 over par. Rasmus Hogard, 1 over par. Maverick McNeely, Sahith Theegala, Corey Connors, Billy Horschel, J.T. Poston, Sam Burns, J.J. Spawn, Shane Lowry, Aaron Rye, Brooks Koepka, Ludwig Olberg, Patrick Cantley, all at 1 over par. These golfers are at 2 over par. Ryan Fox, Hideki Matsuyama, guys I've never heard of. Patrick Reed, Adam Scott, Wyndham Clark. That's a little bit of a surprise, 2 over par. He's been playing really well.
He has been.
Rory is 2 over. Matt Fitzpatrick, also 2 over. They're both on the course. They're playing together. They are on number 14 right now. Daniel Berger, 2 over. Now we're getting on down the list. 3 over par. David Duval, Harris English, Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, Cameron Smith, Darren Clark. That's all the 3 overs that I know. 4 over, no names. 5 over, Justin Rose. Ugh.
Well,
Man, they had the
he
best.
still has time to rebound. Maybe.
Yeah, he'll have to shoot like 4 under tomorrow to get back close to even par. But the Golf Channel ran a story last night on Justin Rose. Dude, it was so good, so inspiring. But it talks about this was the course as a teenager when he holed out from the rough and just kind of burst on the scene as a teenager. And it just showed all the close calls he's had at the Open Championship. And, a couple of years ago, he had the second lowest round of the day. And he was playing, with the final group, took the lead, and I think on the 9th, 10th hole, and he ended up having the second best score of the day. He finished second.
He may be pressing a little bit, though. And the fact that he has been on that course a lot and really familiar with it, and he's expected to do well there, so he could be pressing some.
They showed his trophy room, and, it's a guy who's won so many times. I mean, trophies, it's a trophy case, and it's, built little cubby holes and stuff, and there are all kinds of just cool trophies everywhere. And right in the middle, there's a blank one.
He has a place
it's
for it.
It's empty. And he said it. This is it. This is the spot. And I've built it this way, and it's going to stay this way until I win it.
Oh,
and
nice.
I was like, man,
this
guy is so inspired to win it.
Yeah, hopefully he does fulfill it.
You're right. It's like, is he putting too much pressure on himself now? Does he want it too much? You can want something so bad that it messes you up.
Yeah, and especially at that course where you're familiar. Check out Bet Saracen. They have some golf specials, and you can always still get some good wagering options. Even though Open Championship has already started, there's still plenty of options there on Bet Saracen.
Yeah, live betting continues. Get some odds, good odds on some guys that maybe had a bad first round that you really like and still have faith in. You can get some good odds right now in hopes that, the next 3 rounds are really good and they come back and win this thing. By the way, I wouldn't bet on Gary Woodland. He is 8 over par, next to last place. Last place, Padraig Harrington.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate to see that from Patty. He shot 10 over par today.
Well, it just goes into the saying, and it's said repeatedly, but you can't win the tournament first day, but you can definitely lose it first day.
Freddie lost it on the first day. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more from the Big Miller High School Football Media Days. We'll take some phone calls, 661-1037. I'll check out the Middleton Heat and Air text line. If you'd rather text us, text line is open, 661-1037. It is Out of Bounds.
Pat Bradley joins Morning Mayhem each week, presented by Bath Fitters. Get the tub or shower you deserve with no gimmicks, just real savings. Check them out at bathfitterlittlerock.com.
This is Sports Center.
The World Cup final is set as Argentina mounted another comeback to beat England 2-1 in the semifinals. England scored in the 55th minute and held the lead all the way until the 85th when Enzo Fernandez scored. Argentina's Lautaro Martinez then netted one off Lionel Messi's pass in stoppage time for the win. In 6 World Cup meetings between the two countries, the record is now 3-3. Argentina will be facing Spain in the final, the reigning South American champion versus the reigning European champion. The two have met in the World Cup just once, when Argentina won 2-1 in 1966. The final will be at 2 o'clock on Sunday on Fox. The third place game between France and England will be on Saturday at 4 o'clock on Fox. And Major League Baseball returns from their All-Star break tonight with just one game. The Mets versus the Phillies will be at 6 o'clock on ESPN. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
The Summer of 1,000 Engagements is going strong at all 5 Robert Irwin Jewelers locations. Right now, not only save up to 40% off your engagement ring, but spend $34.99 or more, and you're going to receive a free diamond wedding band. And of course, the RIJ Way includes 365 days to return your custom-made ring, free ring sizing, and ring cleaning for life. Ask now and pay later. Financing options also available. Bigger, brighter diamonds, better prices. Robert Irwin Jewelers.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over a decade ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, roll-off dumpsters, and street sweepers. Proud to be Arkansas's only authorized dealer for New Way refuse trucks and Timco street sweepers. Your authorized dealer for Galfab roll-off and hook lift trucks. You can get parts and service for all makes and models with technicians traveling the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
You can't always see what's in the air, but dust, allergens, contaminants, even mold could be affecting your health. Learn about air quality testing at rainbowrestores.com. When the unthinkable happens, damage from smoke, water, fire, mold, or just poor air quality, let Rainbow Restoration fix your home or business. With their 24/7 rapid response, you'll get your life back on track fast. RainbowRestores.com. Rainbow Restoration. They restore, you recover. Services performed by an independently owned and operated franchise.
Hawks Homes, Arkansas's #1 dealer. Hawks have homes as small as a 1-bedroom all the way to 5 bedrooms. Hawks has several lot models at both locations that you can save thousands. Hawks has a 5-bedroom that's only $55 per square foot. Don't have land? No problem. Hawks can help you finance the land and all the improvements all in one package. Located in Conway at the Dave Ward exit in Bryant on I-30. Visit our homes online at hawkshomes.net.
Wait a minute, this love started off so tender, so sweet. But now she got me
smoking out the window.
Must have spent 45,000 up in Tiffany's. Oh no! Got a bad air, kids running around my whole crib like it's Chuck E. Cheese. Jam with an X-Man in the UFC. Can't believe it. I'm in disbelief. This got me paying a rent, paying for trips, diamonds on the neck, diamonds on the wrist, and here I am all alone. I'm so cold, I'm so cold. You got me out here smoking out the window, smoking out the window, singing how could she do?
Welcome back. Wes Moore and Joe Franklin with you at the Big Miller Football Media Days in West Little Rock, hanging out at First Community Bank. Pretty cool spot, too. Hey, and if, you're out and about, you can always stop by here and hang out with us. They got a cool machine, man. You can probably hear it in the background making smoothies throughout the show, but these football players come through and get them a smoothie. But it's here for all their bank customers, and it's a really cool setup here that they have at First Community Bank.
Beautiful branch, too. If you're a customer, you want to come in here and just spend some time. Comfortable seating, and spacious, and they're very welcoming here.
We've seen that the last 2 days. Some of their customers just coming and hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
Met a old friend from the gym on Tuesday, and he had his grandkids with him, and they wanted to come by and get something to drink and just hung out while he was waiting on some paperwork. And you do see some of that, some of their customers just hanging out.
No, they take care of them. They have freshly baked cookies every day.
I've probably gained 5 pounds this week with all the food and drinks that we've had here. Over on the Middleton Heat and Air text line, Pinto wrote in and pointed out A.J. Derby. Remember, quarterback at Arkansas, went to tight end.
Tight end, yeah.
He did. That was
Felipe Frank, same thing.
Big guy, yeah. But this point being, it's not often you see a quarterback / defensive end two-way player.
Right.
That's some nice size right there for Coach Fogelman at Malvern.
But we are starting to see that quarterbacks, the size that they have, we see it sometimes where we're saying this quarterback is bigger than a linebacker, bigger than a defensive end.
Yeah.
So maybe that is the new connection there, is because like Coach mentioned, where there was a quarterback playing free safety, sometimes you just want to get these guys on the field if they're not starter.
Yeah.
You want to get them on the field, and you would see it like that, quarterback free safety, but now you're starting to see them closer to the line.
We have a packed house right now. We got Harrison waiting to go. Joe T. Robinson just got here. Jonesboro walking in the door. Looks like Jonesboro came straight from workouts. Their guys brought clothes to change into, and they're going to change. But and we got Bauxite on the in front of the media right now, so it is rolling right now. Let's see here. Somebody was at. Oh, I guess he drew Max Homa. Want to know how Max was doing? I looked it up. Max Homa shot 1 over par. So I guess I just skipped over Max, and when I was going through the list of different names, I think I started a little. I had a gap in there of some of the golfers, but Max Homa is 1 over par. Colin Morikawa, by the way, is now at 3 under par with Cameron Young. I think they must have birdied and moved up the leaderboard a little bit. But the biggest names right now. Robert McIntyre, a European golfer.
I don't know if he's a big name, but he's known.
Bryson's the biggest.
Yeah, for sure.
I just saw the headline. I wasn't able to read the story, but Bryson didn't talk to the media after his round. And the headline was, Bryson is back to not speaking with the media.
Oh, I wonder what that's about.
I don't know. I'm going to have to read the story. But I thought that was odd for him to play so well and then not talk with the media afterwards. You see it from time to time, after a bad round.
Oh, yeah.
Guys will not talk to the media, but not when they play really well like that. 501 says Steve Atwater was a quarterback in high school.
Well, you see that, but, quarterback safety. You see that sometimes. Marcus Allen, one of the best running backs ever. A versatile player. He said all he ever wanted to do was play safety. They made him play quarterback because he was the best athlete. And he almost quit football because of it. His dad wouldn't let him.
Can you imagine trying to tackle Steve Atwater playing quarterback?
Oh, my gosh.
The lick said he liked to lay on defense. He was doling out some punishment on offense.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that would probably be some good film to find right there of Steve Atwater playing high school quarterback.
Oh, it's there. It's there somewhere.
I'm sure it's got to be somewhere. Let's see here. Anything else on the Middleton Heat and Air text line? Nope. Nothing else really. Nothing urgent that we got to get to.
Going back to the whole deal about quarterbacks, though, you see a lot of high school quarterbacks. Of course, those are your team leaders. A lot of times they could be your best athletes. When on an NFL level, you see a lot of players that do have a quarterback background. Somewhere down the line in high school, they played quarterback, or maybe youth football growing up, but had a quarterback background, and those are the ones you see that ultimately made it to the highest level.
It's crazy how things have shifted because, back in the 80s, 90s, your best athlete was a running back. You put him there and hand him the ball and let him make plays. At some point, it shifted, and now that best athlete, a lot of times, now plays quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
And if he can throw it a lick, you want to have that dual threat. A guy that can have the ball in his hands every single play. But probably around 2000s, I'd guess that changed with some of the dual threat quarterbacks, some of the guys that were making plays. And then it just kind of filtered from the NFL to college and then down to high schools. And so now you a lot of times need to ask some of these coaches if that's what they do. If you get the best athlete, you want to have him under center, taking the snap every time.
Do that, and then put them in some of those passing drills, go through and make sure mechanics are good. And you will start with that base of just being talented, being able to run, do something good in the run game, and then, advance on as far as passing goes.
661-1037 if you want to jump in. We've got a little – no, I thought they just faded. I thought they were done. We've got a couple of minutes until Bauxite gets done. I guess they got started at 1:30. They may not be done until 1:45.
Seemed like they've been in there for a while.
Well, they you know how it is. Some of these schools are really talkative, and they go a little bit more than their 15 minutes, and others are kind of – they get in and out quickly, and it said 1:15, but they may have gotten in a little late. But we'll get Caleb Perry in here in a couple of minutes when they get done and talk about the Bauxite Miners. They're changing conferences. We were just talking with Coach Fogelman at Malvern, and Bauxite for years was in that 7-4A, and they were playing against Nashville and Malvern and Arkadelphia, and now Haskell, Harmony Grove, Fountain Lake. Now they've changed conferences, and they'll have some different opponents. It looks odd to look at that 7-4A and not see Bauxite in there.
Yeah, especially with some of the traditional rivals that they have in place. Whenever you change like that, it does make it look a little bit different.
Got tackled on the air. We need to.
That's my guy Demond.
We got that on camera. That's why you watch on YouTube to see that kind of stuff happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's enjoyed some of those championships they've been winning there at Robinson.
Well,
2 of his kids have been part of championship teams.
We'll talk with Joe T here in a few minutes. They're next up on the stage, but that's a pretty good start for that new coaching staff at Joe T. year 1.
Oh yeah.
Go undefeated when they, we were joking yesterday with Coach Kaiser at Arkadelphia. It's like, man, you're a popular guy right now. He's like, hey, that's right, I'm 0-0. I haven't lost a game yet. Well, how would you like to go your entire first year as a coach, undefeated, win a state championship?
Oh, perfect. That's a perfect ending to the first season.
Coach Perry, can we get you on real quick? There we go. We got Caleb Perry and the Bauxite Miners. They're done in front of the main media in the media room, and we'll get him on to talk a little bit about the Miners. And we were just talking about your accident last year and your knee. It looks like you're getting around a lot better.
I'm getting around a lot better. Yeah, that was a very unfortunate situation last year. One of my linemen got a little excited during the shoulder bump, and I think he thought it was Oklahoma drill, and he just laid me out. And, my leg popped, and I reached down and couldn't find my kneecap. My kneecap had pulled up into my quad, and I had to have a patellar reconstructive surgery. Going into week 3 of the season, and so my son and I both had surgery on the same week. And so you can give all stars and props to Miss Perry at home for bearing the brunt of that one. Keeping the house in check and everybody positive. So,
was it one of those deals where when you jumped, you just came down on it wrong?
I mean, no, he blew me up. When you do a shoulder bump with a receiver, those guys are smooth and it looks good. And you do a shoulder bump with a lineman, you better be ready. And I was not ready. So it was a big moment though to his defense, and it's not a big deal. Whatever. I mean, it just happens. We had gone up. It was a big situation. We had gone up, and he was excited. And I was stiff. So all that. So whatever. It is what it is. We got it worked out, and legs working a lot better nowadays. So it took a little while to recover, but it's okay.
Were you still benching? Were you still doing some upper body?
So I started lifting when I was when I was 14. I worked out at Metroflex Gym in Arlington, Texas, with Ronnie Coleman. So I saw Ronnie Coleman all the time. So lifting weights was kind of an identity thing for me. And so when I started lifting, I've never really stopped. It's really kind of an escape for me. It's a free hobby. I got the key to the weight room, so I'm not taking time away from the family and all that kind of stuff. Get 30, 45 minutes, something like that. I don't stay in there too long, but I'm consistent. We'll do some chest and some back. I did a lot of hamstring work this year. There wasn't not much squatting. The knee wasn't bending too well, so.
No more chest bumps this season. Has the wife told you that is it?
That's it. I'm going to have to remember, because I had been chest bumping guys for about 20 years, and that one just didn't work out well for me. But like I said, I mostly chest bump skill guys, and those guys are always real smooth when they did it. But I'm gonna be like Happy Gilmore. I'm gonna be slapping hands, baby. So
how y'all look?
We hadn't beat anybody yet. We're 0-10 right now, and so but as far as confident going forward, we've got probably our 3 most successful junior high groups together. So we have weathered you know, in 2024 we had a lot of injuries, but what the positive side to that was a lot of our seniors now got to play really before their time. And so that's these guys now. And so we have a group of seniors who are weathered starters, you know, a lot of 3. We even got some 4-year starters that are seniors. And so the guys falling in behind them, we probably have the most talent for us, you know, just backing up, you know, our second group, you know, even today at team camp, you know, just looked really good. I mean, we've got some good guys that can play. Now, once again, you got to go put it together. You know, you got to stay humble week to week. You can't get carried away with the rankings and the this and the that. You got to worry about being ranked number 1 on that Friday night against whoever you play against. That's the only thing we care about. And of course, the process. You got to show up to practice every day. You got to take every day seriously. And you know, I mean, these are kids, man. You know, they break up with their girlfriend. You know, they got stuff going on at home. You know, people have, you know, family members are sick, and you know, life is challenging. You know, nobody makes it out of this life clean. Everybody gets slapped around, and so we always talk about. You know, we have the motto "Eyes Up." So we want to have something that we are looking to that is bigger and greater than ourselves, that keeps us anchored in times of when the storms come. We got to have an anchor to our soul, and so, you know, keeping our eyes up. You know, eyes up means obviously for me and for a lot of the guys is they want to play for God. You know, we want to play for family. That's an anchor. You know, we want to play for our community. We want to play for each other. You know, the relationships, wins and losses are stories, but relationships last a lifetime. And so, you know, the great thing for these young men, and even for myself, I see players that I've coached from years ago, and you know, you get excited seeing guys. And so I think that's the great thing about this game of football. Man, there's a lot of great head coaches out there that love kids, that are in it for the right thing. There's a lot of great young men out there sacrificing, battling, going through all kinds of adversity. And so, man, I really believe this is one of the greatest sports and greatest events to be a part of in our country on Friday nights is high school football.
Off-season is always key for development. What kinds of activities have you guys done during this off-season?
I think for us, it's really a game of consistency. You know, we try to eliminate as much downtime as possible. So if you look at the course of the year, I have the guys roughly 180, 200 days a year. So that leaves them with about 180 extra days on their own. So we want to create an environment where guys go do extra work as well. You know, you do need to rest. You need to have some complete off days. But you also don't need to allow all those 180 days that you have to yourself to slip away. And so, but when we have them, you know, we just want to stay consistent. We do full body workouts every day. We're going to do a push, a pull, a squat, and a core variation and an explosive exercise. And we just vary the exercises, you know, vary the rep ranges. Some days we'll do heavier, some days we'll do lighter. And we give the guys a PR set, you know, and so whatever they did the previous week, they're trying to I'm not a percentages guy. I want to know that we were better than we were last week. And so, you know, let's say a kid does 185 for 5 on bench. Well, that next week, I want him to at least do 6 or 7, you know. And so that's how we measure success in the weight room. Is guys, you can talk to our guys. What was your PR? They should, if they know, like if they're locked in at all, everybody knows their PR. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Everybody knows what their last best set was of every exercise. And so that's what we go off of. And then, you know, hey, man, you know, these kids got to eat. And so, you know, it sounds kind of crazy, but you know, I'm a big fan of getting some Little Debbie's in them, you know, because a lot of these kids they'll go home and they'll sit on the couch. They won't eat, they won't touch anything. So just getting calories in them, obviously protein. We got protein powder and that type of stuff, but we want to get just raw calories in them. Now, you don't do this when you're 45. when you're 15 and you're trying to gain 20, 25 pounds, something like that, that's one of the things. I know it sounds funny, but it's something that we do, and I feel like it's worked, and I feel like we have you see the results of that on the football field with how big our guys are right now.
Coach, you're in the perfect place for it today. Plenty of snacks all around.
They better get on over there and get some snacks.
Before you go, I got to ask you about Silverfield. What do you think about what he's been able to do since he's been hired?
Well, obviously, I like Coach Silverfield. I mean, he is very down to earth. I love Sam Pittman. Sam Pittman was just he was like, he would show up in the office and you were like, it was a long lost friend. But Coach Silverfield, I think there's a similar feel that you already know him. When you talk to him, it's kind of like a guy. He doesn't big time you. Sometimes coaches will big time you, and you feel pushed off. He does not do that. Every time I've called him, he's answered the call. Anytime I've texted him, he's responded back to me fairly quickly, and that means a lot as a high school coach. And so I don't know if my phone's going off. Something's going crazy.
Maybe Coach.
Yeah, maybe it is. I think it's my 6-year-old. She FaceTimes me. My 6-year-old Annie. She'll FaceTime me. But no, I think Coach Silverfield has done a great job trying to recruit in-state. When you look over the course of years, I really think those kids that are in-state kids are more likely to stay and weather the storm. I'm not saying there isn't wisdom in getting a kid from the transfer portal. At times, I think, the way it is, sometimes you have to do that. But I also think that those kind of guys are a little more, they'll jump ship maybe a tad faster than a kid who grew up in Little Rock or a kid that grew up, in Northwest Arkansas or wherever in the state of Arkansas. I think those kids are more likely to hang through the tough times just because they still believe and hope in the Razorbacks. And so, SEC, man, there's not an easy week. You can't take a breath. And so other than the money, I do not covet Coach Silverfield's job. And even that, some of those guys, that the pressure that comes with it, I can't imagine, and half your team is new every year. You got to teach them to play. Holy cow, man. I mean, when I was there, it was a class would stay the whole time through, and you got to know each other. We were all brothers by the time it was done. And, of course, these kids move around. And so how do you teach 60 guys a system in 4 to 6 months to be effective on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday night? I don't know how you do that very well. And so I think that's one of the difficulties, the way that college football is set up right now. But hey, man, it's America. It is what it is. There's a market there. I can't fault the kid for changing schools to potentially get life-changing money for that kid, or at least a good start into your young adult life. Maybe having a down payment on a house or all that type of stuff. So I think, you can't fault the kid for wanting to do that.
Never.
No, I mean, think about it. If he's able to make $250,000 a year for 4 years or 5, and you take care of that money, you could graduate with close to $1 million to start whatever you want to do in life.
That's right.
That's incredible.
It is. The question is if they take care of it. You know what I mean?
Coach, thanks. That was great catching up with you.
Absolutely.
Talking sports.
Love talking with you guys. Love talking ball.
We got to go. Caleb Perry with us, Bauxite Miners. We'll finish up our first hour when we come back.
It's the Hustler Summer Sizzler happening now at Cabot Outdoors. Save big this summer with up to $2,000 off select Hustler zero-turn mowers. Grab the X-Ride 60-inch and save $2,000. Enjoy 0% financing for 42 months with approved credit. Payments as low as $330 a month. And don't miss Hustler Raptor deals. Get $250 off or score a free DeWalt tool. Sale ends July 31st. Cabot Outdoors, your source for Hustler and DeWalt equipment. Get mowing today. Online at CabotOutdoors.com. PickleballTournaments.com.
Let's see, if you're going to build a pool, tennis court, get dozens of fitness machines, indoor basketball court, pickleball court, it's going to cost you about $12.3 million. Don't have it? That's okay. Join the Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club. People will witness the fitness.
Looking for a powerful new truck? Make the smart drive to Smart Buick GMC in Whitehall. They've got a huge selection of rugged GMC trucks waiting for you right now, starting at just $38,296. For work, play, and everything in between. No matter where you are, Whitehall is a short drive from anywhere. So come find your new truck today or browse their entire inventory online now at smartbuickgmc.com. Smart Buick GMC. They are professional grade.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading Bargain liquid detergent.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and covered selections.
Join the fun at Arkansas's largest indoor pickleball tournament, July 30th through August 2nd in the Hot Springs Convention Center. It's not too late for you to enter. Entry deadline for the Spa City Classic has been extended to this Sunday. Go to pickleballtournaments.com to enter. Over 150 different age and skill levels to match your playing ability. But you must register by Sunday. The Spa City Classic, brought to you by Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram and sponsored by Washita Bar and Grill and Comfort Inn and Suites. Go to pickleballtournaments.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Rev up for the Cabot Police Department Foundation Serve and Shine Car Show, Saturday at the NLC Cabot parking lot on West Main Street. All makes and models welcome, food trucks, trophies, and free admission for spectators. Get registered Saturday for $25. Don't miss the Cabot Serve and Shine Car Show.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. Out of bounds at the Big Miller Football Media Days. We got Harrison up on the main stage right now, and their new head coach.
That's a lot of that going on. A lot of new head coaches.
What did we say? Was it 36?
Yeah, it was 30 plus.
30 something, maybe 33 new head coaches. But yeah, it was in the Hootens magazine, and Thomas was with us Friday, and he said it's the most that Barry could remember, and they were going back in history and trying to find a more active year with the changes with high school football coaches. In fact, they have a page in here
that's dedicated
to all the new changes, and it's a it's a full page.
Whoa. Barry said 62.
62?
Yes.
Good Lord,
that's crazy.
I was a little off. Yeah, they have a talking about a long page. The portal page for Arkansas is a full page of 40-something guys. I wish I could find it offhand. I was going to show it to you. I'll keep looking. All right, coming up in the second hour, we have Richard Davenport going to join us. We'll have some more high school football talk with the different coaches to see who we have here. Robinson just got through. Harrison, Valonia, Jonesboro's here. Little Rock Southwest, Quitman, Cross County, Glen Rose. Packed afternoon, packed show. Stick around. Hour number 2 is coming up next.
I've been a little surprised by how far people will come just to visit us.
People will travel just to get the best deal.
We've got $15,000 off Ram HDs this month. Ram half-tons start at just $35,900, or you can get 0% financing.
And don't forget Wranglers. They have 0% financing and start at $35,000. Take the short, beautiful drive to Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram in Benton.
Or visit us online at chriscranecars.com.
The Summer of 1,000 Engagements is going strong at all 5 Robert Irwin Jewelers locations. Right now, not only save up to 40% off your engagement ring, but spend $34.99 or more, and you're going to receive a free diamond wedding band. And of course, the RIJ Way includes 365 days to return your custom-made ring, free ring sizing, and ring cleaning for life. Ask now and pay later. Financing options also available. Bigger, brighter diamonds, better prices. Robert Irwin Jewelers.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Mall Mill exit.
103.7 The Buzz.
You know how I am. You guys know how I am. I don't forget anything.
Crushing all the competition.
So you can take that to the bank.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888 for Rainwater Holton Sexton. They'll help you weather the storm.
With KARK's Juliana Cullen.
We're warming back up today with high temperatures in the lower 90s. Most of today will be dry with a mix of sun and clouds, but do have a 10% chance for a pop-up shower this afternoon. Very similar day ahead of us for your Friday, mix of sun and clouds with a 10% chance for an afternoon pop-up shower, but we will be a little hotter with highs in the mid-90s. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
This Friday, be listening as the Zone broadcasts live from the Hurricane Creek Golf Course in Bryant for the Bryant Hornet Football Golf Tournament. Presented by Hurricane Creek Federal Credit Union, Everett Buick GMC, and Camping World, it's the biggest fundraiser of the year, and all proceeds go to support the 7-time and defending 7A state champion Bryant Hornets football team.
I'm here with Laura Beth from Kaufman by Design West. Kaufman has over 7,000 square feet of beautiful new home decor pieces and design specialists on staff. See, that would be important for somebody like me who is design challenged.
Yeah, we have design specialists on staff and everything you need from lighting to flooring, designer hardware, and more.
And gift cards are available too. Check them out now. Kaufman by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road.
Or visit us online at kaufmanlumber.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Have you ever wondered where the term slush fund originated? It is a nautical term describing what cooks on ships call the grease and fat left over from cooking meat. A large frigate could produce 15 or 20 barrels of slush in a year. Back in the 1800s, the ship's crew sold slush to candle makers and others, and then used the money for small comforts to help pass the time at sea. Comforts like books and musical instruments. They often called this off-the-books account a slush fund. Speaking of a slush fund, Doublebee's has some delicious frozen treats called slushes. On hot days down here in the South, a slush really hits the spot. Doublebee's has your favorite flavors of slushes and a lot of other refreshing drinks. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
The Rock City Margarita and Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs, is back. It's going down July 18th from 5 to 8 at the State House Convention Center in downtown Little Rock. Your ticket includes a tasting cup and margarita samples from some of the best bars and restaurants in the city. Get your tickets now at 1037thebuzz.com. Sip, sample, and celebrate summer at the most refreshing event of the season. It's the Rock City Margarita and Great Arkansas Beer Festival, presented by Oaklawn Hot Springs and brought to you in part by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Join the Zone each Monday for game balls and jockstraps, brought to you by Acadie's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday, as Justin and Phil give you their game balls and jockstraps on the Zone from 10 till 1. It's all brought to you by Acadie's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level, and be listening for game balls and jockstraps only on 1037 The Buzz.
Willie D's Dueling Pianos has not moved yet. They're still rocking right here in the Little Rock River Market. Dueling Pianos upstairs, DJs downstairs with food and drinks every week. Reserve and learn more at WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Come and get your Willie on.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Millar golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com, presented on Out of Bounds by Smart Buick GMC, with GMC trucks on the lot ready to move starting at $38,296. SmartBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. One call does it all.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and light maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Pay depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
Live from the True Service Credit Union Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 1037 The Buzz.
But now I'm counting this. Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds? I get way too petty once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block and break it down. We playing Tetris. AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. Eat up your per diem. You just gotta hate them phone. If I quit your BM, I still rock Mercedes phone. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest funk. My left stroke just went viral.
All right, Out of Bounds, hour number 2, live at First Community Bank in West Little Rock for the Vic Miller Football Media Days. Got Harrison, the Goblins just finished up, and we will have, Joe T also finished up, so they're gone. We got Jonesboro ready to go, so a full afternoon of teams. We need to do the Razor Hog update before we get Richard Davenport in here real quick. You got SEC Media Days starting next week. We go from high school Media Days to the SEC Media Days next week. Of course, Arkansas wanted the last to speak, I think it's a week from Friday or a week from Thursday, a week from today. Does that sound right? Starts on the 20th, Arkansas the Thursday the 23rd. So a week from today, we will hear from Ryan Silverfield, Quincy Rhodes Jr., of course, Caden Kittler, the center, and Sutton Smith, running back, will represent Arkansas at SEC Media Days. course, the big news for the Razorbacks was earlier this week when they got the commitment from Caleb Arrigo, the 6'10", 6'11" center from the class of 2027, going to reclassify, we think, for 2026. And the news in that recruiting class for Coach Calipari just continues to get better and better. When you think about it, you got Davion Thompson playing right now in Peach Jam, along with Caleb Arrigo. Those weren't even counted in the 2026 recruiting class that was ranked number 1 in the country. And now you add those two pieces on top of it, that is an outstanding recruiting class.
You're getting a couple of bonuses.
Icing on top of the cake?
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you got to think, I don't think Caleb Arrigo is a one and done. I don't think Davion Thompson's a one and done. So that's just guys that, you know, it's been a struggle, honestly, for Coach to bring back and have some guys from last year's roster on this year. This year it's just really Billy Richmond, Isaiah Seeley a little bit, but, you know, with the knee injury with Isaiah, there are not a whole lot of guys that return that know how things are done under Coach Calipari. And if he's able to get a couple of these guys to stick around and that'll just help the 2027 class, because these are guys that would have potentially already been in the 2027 class. And you go out and sign a couple more and add those to the mix, go to the portal, and you've all of a sudden got a roster almost ready to go for the following year.
What it is to love about basketball, though, is the fact that these guys, initially, they don't look to be one-and-dones, but the beauty of it is they can get on the court and they can play themselves into being a one-and-done.
Let's bring in Richard Davenport from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette and WholeHogSports.com. What's up, RD? How are you? Richard, you there?
We can hear something.
I've got it potted up
to us.
That's weird, huh, Todd? That's strange.
That is very strange.
RD, talk to me.
We can just try him again.
Yeah. Very odd. Okay. I'll drop him. Call him again, Todd, please, sir. Well, in the meantime, let's see. That is Valonia that is up and talking with the media right now. And they one of the 63 teams. And I finally found the page in the Hootens magazine. That's a good thing, by the way, because it's so big. It takes a while to find it. And 63.
62.
I counted 63. I counted them all.
Okay.
Maybe there's so many that Barry missed one. I counted 63 on this list.
I don't know about that. I'm not going to second-guess Barry.
All right, 62. I probably miscounted. But Valonia is one of those with Kyle Russell taking over at Valonia. All right, let's try him again. Richard. Todd, what's going on,
Between
man?
the reception issues at his house and the issues we've been having with our phone system, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah. Well, RD has been having to leave his house when he does the radio with us because the cell service is so bad, so poor. And so he drives down the road and talks to us so that he has a better line because of the dropouts and just poor reception that we were getting at times with Richard on the show with us over the times. And we're going to try him on a different line. And we're going to say the third time is the charm for Richard. Is this him right here? Richard, you there?
Not yet.
Nope.
No, he's not there yet.
Oh, because it's not blinking is what you're saying.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. It'll change here in there it is. He's there.
All right. Fingers crossed. Everybody ready?
He's going to be good to go.
All right. Richard Davenport, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, WholeHogSports.com, joining us live. What's up, Richard?
I can't hear you, man.
Could you hear us and we just couldn't hear you? Could you hear us at first and we just couldn't hear you? Okay, all right.
Yeah. Well,
How's everything?
Actually. I hope you can hear me because I lost track of time. I usually go to a particular parking lot in the area, so I have better reception. I'm not there yet, so hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we got you.
All right, let's start with the big announcement earlier this week with Caleb Arrigo deciding to be a Razorback and committing. What do you think that brings to the team? How important is this announcement?
Rebounder and shot blocker. Obviously can score down low. Can make some moves to the basket being defended, whether it's in front or back of him. Not a 3-point shooter. He's only made 2 3-pointers out of 7 shots on the EYBL circuit this year. So he's not going to shoot. Probably not going to shoot any threes at Arkansas. If he does, it's like a last-second Hail Mary or something like that. So he's going to help you down low and do what a traditional big does: rebound and block shots and score when needed.
How much do you think he has improved his stock this summer?
Well, he started his offer list started exploding during the spring, and then he showed out at the NBPA Top 100 camp, and that's when Coach Cal offered him and several others. But really, during the spring, he started improving his stock to college coaches, and then boom, the camp. You saw another group of schools offered him, including Arkansas. So probably the last 3-4 months is when he's done his damage as far as getting offered.
You feel pretty confident this is a guy that will reclassify and be here shortly after Pete's Jam?
Everything I hear, I'd be shocked if he or Thompson aren't part of the 26 class. But I guess you could, you just never know. But I would be very surprised if both of them weren't on campus.
Richard, there's a lot of news about future classes. We're talking about some 27 prospects that may be reclassifying to 26. But Elijah Spann, who's actually in the 28 class, and there's more news out there, but what can you tell us about Elijah Spann?
Who now?
Elijah Spann from Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. Obviously I had him as my under-the-radar kid yesterday. I know Coach Adams thinks he's got a very high ceiling. He's been playing basketball really just, he's not been a guy that played basketball all his life, since, being able to walk like some of these guys have. He started playing basketball in the 7th grade, but he's 6'6", 190, and he's already receiving interest from Oklahoma and a couple other Mississippi State and a few others. So he's definitely one to keep an eye on. Coach is very, very high on him, and Marcus Adams has been around a lot of good basketball players. So when he says this kid has a lot of potential and a lot of upside, you believe him.
We got Richard Davenport with us, the recruiting guy for the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette and WholeHogSports.com. I've been seeing a lot of good things about Anthony Spratt from Benton this summer. Sounds like he is his stock just continues to rise.
Yeah. I mean, you look at his numbers every time he plays, and you're going, wow. I mean, that's good. He's being very consistent and playing at a high level whenever he gets on the court. And latest rankings came out, and he basically stayed the same in ESPN. Haven't recently checked on 247 or on 3, but he's not doing anything to hurt his stock, that's for sure.
Football-wise, I know, and I saw this yesterday because we had the running back from Marion here at the Big Miller high school football media days, and he was talking about the running back that Arkansas is still recruiting, and said that he was hoping to get him to join him at the University of Arkansas. Is that kind of one of the last pieces that Silverfield is trying to recruit for the 2027 class?
Or was you guys talking about Asa Barnes?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, they may add another running back. I don't know, but I mean, obviously they brought in Asa Barnes in for an official visit, and I feel confident they'll try to add another defensive lineman, but I just don't see them adding, too many more guys, because they currently stand at 24 commitments. I see maybe one or two more, and that'd be it. But you can always be surprised.
We've had a couple of commitments come through here. How would you describe the 2027 high school class from the state of Arkansas in football?
I think it's from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Top of my head, I would rate it about a 7. I think it's a good class, and I'd rate it right around a 7. But I think there's definitely some guys that Jeremiah Dent being one of them, being guys that right now most of them, if not all of them, are all consensus 3-stars. I think you could see a few, elevate into that 4-star status. And we've always talked about Will Caston and his upside. I think he's definitely one. I mean, when you run a 10.83 and 100 meters, and put up some of his numbers in the weight room, and then you see his film, and you go, okay, what else does this guy need to do? And I think his play early in the season could help him maybe get to that next level as far as star status, which, I know fans get excited about that, but the main thing is coaches and this staff, I think that they're very confident in their ability to evaluate. And let's face it, if you're an Arkansas program, Arkansas staff, you got to be great evaluators, even before NIL, but even more so even now. And I think they like what they got, and we'll see what happens with the next few updates as far as the rankings and all that. But I think they feel confident in their class.
It looks like this staff is great about reaching out to some future classes also. Mentioned that there was quite a bit of news about some of the future classes and quite a bit on this football from 29 class. So upcoming sophomores, there's quite a bit of news out there.
Yeah. They got usually, I'd have to do some research on this, but usually you offer maybe 2 or 3 sophomores if you're Arkansas at this point, and they've offered 5. So I think it's above average. I mean, just by that standard, we'll see what happens in the next 2 years. But to have 5 guys in the state that you think can play for you at this early of a stage, I think is a credit to the kids, and obviously a credit to the staff for recognizing it and extending offers. So, obviously, when you offer kids in state, you're a little bit more careful about extending offers. And they found 5 guys that they feel comfortable with, and like I said, that seems to be above average at this time of the process.
Is this you're wanting to make those relationships and establish those early, just to make sure you let these players know that they're on the radar?
Yeah, no doubt. And kids remember that. There's no doubt, especially in-state kids, out-of-state kids. They'll remember it, but probably not as much as the in-state guys. But bottom line, too, the other part of the equation, you better have pretty decent amount of money to be able to get kids. But you know, I think with the in-state guys, you might be able to get away with maybe not having the money that other schools have. But at the end of the day, money does talk.
Richard, I just realized that the big offensive lineman from Greenwood, Jackson Cepeda, was a 2028. I kept, because he's been around for so long, I thought he was a senior this year. And when you were talking about maybe one more guy they would sign, if not a running back, a defensive lineman, I'm thinking in my head, well, what about Jackson Cepeda? I know they would love to get that offensive lineman. And I just realized he's only a junior. Yeah. I mean, that guy, that's incredible. Just to think of the, the season he had last year as a sophomore. That's absolutely incredible. I guess he is going to be one of the top guys of 2028 in the state.
Yeah. Well, Arkansas was the first school to offer him in the spring, and you got to give them credit there. They started evaluating him pretty early. I know they were on him about a month or two before they offered, and they really liked him. And like I said, they were the first to offer. Then he started going to some of these camps, and Georgia being one of them, and Georgia offered him. So, yeah, the last month or so, he's definitely upped his stock with a lot of schools, and also at the same time got quite a few more offers. So, yeah, he's a guy that. You feel like, okay, all these other schools are coming. He's a priority as far as the in-state, and all guys in-state are priorities. But especially you get a guy like that on the offensive line or defensive line, man, you really got to try to keep him in state.
Artie, good stuff. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. We appreciate you driving to the parking lot to get better cell service for us. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a beautiful parking lot, guys. I wish you were here with
me. Maybe one day.
That sounded weird. We'll let you go.
Okay, we'll see you guys.
Later. Richard Davenport, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, WholeHogSports.com. We'll take a break on that note. We'll have more from First Community Bank for the Big Miller Football Media Days. Jonesboro finishing up right now. May talk a little hurricane when we come back. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is Sports Center.
The World Cup final is set as Argentina mounted another comeback to beat England 2-1 in the semifinals. England scored in the 55th minute and held the lead all the way until the 85th when Enzo Fernandez scored. Argentina's Lautaro Martinez then netted one off Lionel Messi's pass in stoppage time for the win. In 6 World Cup meetings between the two countries, the record is now 3-3. Argentina will be facing Spain in the final. The reigning South American champion versus the reigning European champion. The two have met in the World Cup just once when Argentina won 2-1 in 1966. The final will be at 2 o'clock on Sunday on Fox. The third place game between France and England will be on Saturday at 4 o'clock on Fox. And Major League Baseball returns from their All-Star break tonight with just one game. The Mets versus the Phillies will be at 6 o'clock on ESPN. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Looking for a powerful new truck? Make the smart drive to Smart Buick GMC in Whitehall. They've got a huge selection of rugged GMC trucks waiting for you right now, starting at just $38,296. For work, play, and everything in between. No matter where you are, Whitehall is a short drive from anywhere. So come find your new truck today or browse their entire inventory online now at smartbuickgmc.com. Smart Buick GMC. They are professional grade.
If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. home does it all.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Have you ever wondered where the term slush fund originated? It is a nautical term describing what cooks on ships call the grease and fat left over from cooking meat. A large frigate could produce 15 or 20 barrels of slush in a year. Back in the 1800s, the ship's crew sold slush to candle makers and others, and then used the money for small comforts to help pass the time at sea. Comforts like books and musical instruments. They often called this off-the-books account a slush fund. Speaking of a slush fund, Doublebee's has some delicious frozen treats called slushes. On hot days down here in the South, a slush really hits the spot. Doublebee's has your favorite flavors of slushes and a lot of other refreshing drinks. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Join the fun at Arkansas's largest indoor pickleball tournament, July 30th through August 2nd in the Hot Springs Convention Center. It's not too late for you to enter. Entry deadline for the Spa City Classic has been extended to this Sunday. Go to pickleballtournaments.com to enter. Over 150 different age and skill levels to match your playing ability. But you must register by Sunday. The Spa City Classic, brought to you by Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram and sponsored by Washita Bar and Grill and Comfort Inn and Suites. Go to pickleballtournaments.com.
Have questions about retirement, investments, or your money? Call our financial hotline. Dial 501-381-5228 and leave a voicemail with your specific financial question, and our experts will answer it on the Get Ready for the Future show Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Get your financial questions answered by the pros. 501-381-5228. Call now. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Independent Advisor Alliance. Independent Advisor Alliance and Genwealth Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Tell me how they got that pretty little face on that pretty little frame, girl. Well, let me show you around, let me take you out, bet you we can have some fun, girl. Cause we can do it fast, slow, whichever way you wanna run, girl. Well, let me buy you drinks, better yet rings, do it how you want it done, girl. And who would have thought?
All right, welcome back. It's Out of Bounds. Wes Moore and Joe Franklin with you. We are at First Community Bank in West Little Rock. It's the Big Miller High School Football Media Days. Day 3 for us. It's been awesome hanging out and talking high school football with all these coaches, and that's what we're going to do right now. We get to bring in Jonesboro and head coach Tyler George. Coach, welcome into Out of Bounds. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Man, this has been so much fun talking about high school, just getting in the spirit, getting in the mood for football. And one of the things that's just been jumping out to me, the 6A East it's insane.
It is. It's tough. It's a tough league. When you think about Benton and Sylvan Hills and Sheridan is banking on this being. This is what year they've been building up to with all the underclassmen in the previous years to now they're all seniors, so they'll be really good. El Dorado should be good, and don't forget Searcy jumps into the league.
Yeah.
We've seen them all summer. They're going to be phenomenal. You can't forget about Marion and West Memphis. I know West Memphis hadn't had a great couple of years, but they always have some talent, and Marion always has the dudes. So it's an extremely tough league.
Well, I was looking at the poll, and they have Marion picked last,
which is crazy.
Which has a running back going to Arkansas, Jeremiah Dent, and they're always loaded full of talent. But I don't know who you put last.
I know, it's a tough one. I wouldn't imagine they would have been picked last, but that's the way it went. They got a little bulletin board.
You think?
Motivation
Claude
right
Johnson
there.
has a little?
I would think so.
How are you guys feeling at Jonesboro?
We feel good. We have two quarterbacks that are also baseball players as well, so they're gone a lot in the summer, which it makes it difficult. We got a new OC, new DC, a new O-line coach. So I'm changing some things in the offensive scheme to where those guys, we really need them there. But when they get back to us, full time, I think everything will start to take off for us.
Year 4 for you at Jonesboro, is that right?
This will be my 4th year as the head coach, yeah. But I've been there going on year 11.
Did you take over when Coach Sanders?
Yes, sir.
That was okay. I was thinking
that was interesting.
That was wild.
It was. But I'm, it's like glad it happened. It's me and Coach Sanders ended up building a really, really strong relationship. To where we talk, every week. You know what I mean? So it's been really good where I can pick his brain, things they do in that dynasty of a program that they have down in Bryant. And vice versa. We can kind of spitball ideas off each other, and it's been really cool. So, but yeah, that was crazy. Our kids did a good job that year though, because we were still in 7A. Ended up going 4-3 in the league, and hosting a playoff game. So, you lose a head coach, another head coach comes in, and you lose him, and then here I am. So, they did a really good job being able to lay the foundation for us to where we are today and where we're trying to get to.
How's that been for you over the past 4 years, becoming a head coach and where you are now?
Yeah, I can breathe now. At least I feel like I can, When you first take over, I always tell young coaches, like, hey, you never know until you sit in the seat. You can prepare and all that for everything, but there's just things that the head coach keeps away from, assistant coaches for whatever reason. So early on, head was spinning like crazy. Now I feel like we got a good touch on it. The program's really trending up. Our culture is really, really good right now. So we're just continuing to try and work and improve and take that next step.
Northeast Arkansas as a whole for football, we've seen the steady progression and then the improvement in football. What have you noticed? What's the big difference up there?
I think, everybody labels that side of the state as a basketball school. There's a ton of talent in Northeast Arkansas. There's a ton of quality good coaches, a ton of quality good programs. I think we just have to, as a side of the state, we have to win in November. To really make people start to respect us a little bit more. But I'm just seeing more kids coming out to play the game, seeing more multi-sport athletes playing the game, which means coaches are being more willing to work with kids and things like that, and it's really taking off.
What does your team look like skill position-wise?
Oh, really good. We got Cam Davis, who I think is one of the best in the state, kind of underlooked a little bit. Went for 63 catches, 1,100 receiving yards, and 13 touchdowns last year, and he missed 2.5 games. So he'll have another big year. Jalen Hurd, 6'2", 180, junior. This year he broke our triple jump record for the school and won the 6A state triple jump as well. So he's going to be really good. He's a 3-sport athlete. Jamarius Jackson is going to play receiver and DB for us. Caden Hawkins clocked a 4.3 this summer at a camp. Going to be running back for us, and O.J. Cullins will come back and be our tight end.
You think with Jackson, it was just Davis, Cam Davis, 1 more inch, 2 more inches, and that's the difference?
I think it's because he clocked a 4.4 this summer, Wow. And, man, you turn on his tape, it's like he's running by everybody. He's going to come down with the ball more times than he doesn't. Really fluid in his route breakdown and transition. So I think that's probably it. But he knows wherever he ends up committing that he's going to have a chance to really go show out. So I'm excited to watch him this season.
Who's going after him?
It's Ouachita Baptist, Henderson, Arkansas Tech, Harding. Those are offered. Escalon College in South Carolina offered him to play both baseball and football. Mississippi Delta Community College for both. Harding's on him, SAU's on him. So it's a lot of the D2s around the state. Hadn't really got any D1s to take the bait yet.
What can we expect from Jonesboro in the trenches?
Yeah, we're not as heavy as I would like us to be on the offensive line at least, but we're physical up front. So you got Jeffrey Davis. He started for us as a sophomore last year. We're moving him from right tackle to left tackle. Then you have Knox Hempling, who started for us when another guy went down, so he started half the year. He'll be left guard. He's going to be a junior. Center, there's 2 guys, Rouse Cood and Jace Orbison, who are also going to be juniors. Then we'll have a senior at right guard, Jalen Walker, who's here today, and at right tackle will probably be Javon Ivory. So we're young. We'll be young for the most part up front, but, man, Coach Clark is doing a phenomenal job with those guys, getting them ready to go.
How about on that defensive line?
Defensive line I feel good about. We have two really good defensive ends, Colin Dixon and Will Marlin. Will's here today. And then in our D tackles, you have Jamarcus Barker, who's going to be a junior, and then you have Jayden Walton, who's going to be a junior as well, with plenty of depth for backups behind all 4 spots. So I'm really excited about our O-line and our D-line.
Do you have any carryover from basketball to football, guys playing both ways?
We do. We got Jalen Hurd, who's going to be a dude. He's 3-sport. He also started for our basketball team. O.J. Cullins, who starts at tight end for us, is on our basketball team. C.J. Lovelace, who's quarterback for us, he's also a 3-sport athlete. So we have about 5 or 6 guys that are playing both.
Do they play offense for you? Because I thought Wes Swift was only defense.
Most of them. I joke with those guys all the time. Say, man, all you got to do is come out here and play corner for us. You're playing man-to-man anyways. You play a lot of cover one. You're playing man-to-man anyways, just like playing basketball on grass.
Well, it's good to see that the 2-sport, 3-sport stars that's happening in Jonesboro. Coach, we appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by and talking a little bit about Jonesboro. And, man, that's 6A East. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, we said
it's tough.
So there's going to be a really good team. Miss the playoffs.
That'll be left out.
Yeah.
And who knows who's going to win? I think there's really, really good teams, but I don't think anybody's just head and shoulders above anybody else. So that's going to make it interesting as well.
We were also talking, there could be arguably the 4th place team in the East could win the West.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
If the semifinals are all East. Yeah. And that's, I hate to say, I hope I'm not taking anybody off in the West. But,
well, when you lose the likes of Greenwood and Shiloh, which Mountain Home's going to be solid. And, obviously we saw Southside this past year in the playoffs. They'll be solid. And some Van Buren's always, for some reason, they're a Northeast Arkansas killer, in the playoffs. So it'll be interesting. But I tell our guys, all we got to do is get in, because once you get in, you can make a run, with going through our league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll be tested, that's for sure. Coach, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a safe trip back.
Thank y'all for having me.
All right, we've got to take a break. By the way, Tyler George joining us from Jonesboro. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk some more high school football. We can take some phone calls, 661-1037. You can also hit me up on the Middleton Heat and Air text line, 661-1037. It's Out of Bounds.
Truck trouble. Lost time means lost money. Trust the experts at Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock. From headlight to tail light and everything in sight, their experienced technicians handle heavy-duty repairs, maintenance, diagnostics, DOT inspections, and more. They'll do the job right the first time so you can get back on the road fast. Family-owned, customer-focused, and built on over 30 years of trusted service. Visit PowersTruckParts.com today. Powers Truck Parts and Service, keeping your trucks rolling.
We got the big deals at the Big Lot.
Summer is here at the Big Lot. If you need a truck or an SUV for the lake this summer, maybe a Jeep for some off-road fun, come see us at the Big Lot.
Folks, we have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at under $20,000, and our banks work with any credit situation.
You can buy with zero down, and our lenders love saying yes. So come see us at the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton.
This is Chris Roberts with Southern Bank. If you're looking for a bank that can grow with you, now is the perfect time. Experience the difference our people make for our customers every day. Community presidents like John Holman and Lexus Landers work as true financial partners with their clients and community. Southern Bank is here to help you with all your financial needs. We have state-of-the-art online banking and friendly faces that greet you with a smile. To start your relationship with Southern Bank, visit bankwithsouthern.com Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oakline Sports, is now available right here in the state of Arkansas. And on the biggest soccer stage in the world this summer, FanDuel, in partnership with Oakline Sports, is changing the soccer game with a feature built in for soccer fans. Because sometimes your players get subbed out, and your bet goes with them. It can happen at any moment. 1 minute they're on the pitch creating chances, and the next they're heading back to the bench. Well, not anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your soccer player is subbed out, your bet stays in, that's right. When your player leaves the match, your bet automatically continues on with the substitute player. So whether the action happens early, late, or deep into the stoppage time, you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started now. FanDuel, in partnership with Oakland Sports. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 plus and present in Arkansas. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, Royal Home Improvement is looking for 50 homes to participate in our summer savings event. We want to evaluate our exclusive Energy Star rated Thermo King windows in real homes. Call 1-800-565-1064 for Royal Home Improvement. 50 homeowners will receive promotional pricing. 75% off installation of a house full of new windows. Ask about zero-interest financing, senior military discounts. You'll receive a $200 Walmart gift card with your window purchase. Plus a bonus. Call 1-800-565-1064 for a free $50 Restaurant.com gift card with estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to qualify. Call 1-800-565-1064. That's 1-800-565-1064 and online at royalwindows.com.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over a decade ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, roll-off dumpsters, and street sweepers. Proud to be Arkansas's only authorized dealer for New Way refuse trucks and Timco street sweepers. Your authorized dealer for Galfab roll-off and hook lift trucks. You can get parts and service for all makes and models with technicians traveling the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
Somebody hand me a cigarette. I know I ain't had one in over a week. Somebody pour me a double shot. Been getting better by the
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. Wes Moore and Joe Franklin with you at the Big Miller High School Football Media Days, Day 3. They got one more day tomorrow. A smaller day tomorrow. Right now they got West Helena, Earl, Bald Knob, Southside, Fordyce, Watson Chapel, Camden, Fairview, and Mariana coming tomorrow. And still to come, we have Little Rock Southwest. They just arrived. Quitman, Cross County. Cross County defending state champs. But they got a new head coach, and they lost a couple big dudes, one of them being Danny Bill. Lake Village, and then Glen Rose. Glen Rose with the new head coach. But the Beavers are expecting to have a really good year. I think they are picked to win their conference by Hootens and the coaches. So see if we can't talk a little more high school football coming up at hour number 3.
Could you go down this list and name every mascot?
Probably no. Maybe. Let's see here. North Little Rock Charging Wildcats, Conway Christian Eagles, Des Arc Eagles, Parkview Patriots, Marion Patriots, Sheridan Yellow Jackets, Mountain Home Bombers, Central Tigers, Ozark Hillbillies, Hamburg Lions, Clinton Yellow Jackets, Walnut Ridge. Nope, don't know them. Don't know them. Little Rock Christian Academy Warriors, Sylvan Hills Bears, Hazen Hornets, Whitehall Bulldogs, Perryville. It's not the Pirates, is it? Perryville. That one's got me.
It's only a couple of them, though, that you get hung up on. You can get most of them.
I should know Perryville. Walnut Ridge. I mean, that's Northeast Arkansas. We don't, this is just from doing Fearless Friday for all these years and talking and showing their highlights. I don't know if I've ever done any Walnut Ridge highlights, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've done Perryville before. Man, it's not coming to me. So I probably about 90%, 95% of them. I could do it. There was a time where every head coach I knew, and like probably had their number in my phone.
Yeah.
And
you probably still know them all, but maybe not know where they are.
I told Thomas the other day I was going to get the magazine and the list of all the coaching changes, the 62, and fix my phone in my contacts because I've got to change what school they're with, and don't want to make the mistake of calling a coach and, hey, let's talk about your team, the so-and-so. And he's like, yeah, I'm not there anymore. I'm at so-and-so now. So I got to fix all my contacts. But there used to be a time where I could have gone down that list and given you not only a mascot but their head coach. But I can't do that anymore with all the changes. I'd have to think about it or maybe go to my phone and look and say, where is he now? It is, it's a lot of change this year. Let's see here. Let's go to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Oh, and if you have a call, you can call us. We've got, we got a nice little segment here. 661-1037. You want to talk a little football with us? SEC Media Days begins next week. JW says, hey, Wes, hey, Joe, you're headed into the playoffs, and you can only have one running back. Who is leading your ground game? Terrell Davis, Jerome Bettis, Sean Alexander, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Why is it only limited to those? But
I don't know. That's before.
LT. I'm going LT.
Dang, Joe.
Because the first thought I had was, even before naming running backs, I'm thinking of somebody who's not only good in the run game but good in the pass game. And right away thought Marshall Faulk. And LaDainian Tomlinson is probably closest to Marshall Faulk on that list.
We're 3 for 3. That's 3 different lists that we've been asked, and we've agreed on all 3 of them. Yeah, that one would have pretty easily. As soon as I saw LT's name, I was like, no, that's my guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's who I'm going with. Let's see here. Thank you for the outstanding high school football coverage, gentlemen. Who says we cannot talk about football until August? Bah humbug. That came up last week. Apparently, Acree said on the Zone to somebody they weren't talking high school or football until August.
Okay.
And I was like,
well, I mean, to each his own.
Well, I was like, he's wrong because I know next week during SEC Media Days he's going to be talking football.
I mean, we don't all have to do the same things, though. So
I don't think it's too early to be talking football. Heck, training camps start here in 10 days?
Yeah, something like that. So, or maybe less.
Yeah.
But
no, it is less for some, yeah.
You can talk football year round.
We pretty much do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Free agency and draft, combine. I mean, that's really one of the keys for the NFL becoming so superior. Oh, and I got to pull that up. They've figured out how to work the off-season calendar so that they're in the news and being talked about all the time.
Always.
And that's the key. And they've done a great job of doing it. I was talking about, I was about to say why football is king and they do so great in ratings, and it made me think about soccer. And I saved a couple of these notes. This is from Fox, their PR department. According to their preliminary numbers, Spain's semifinal win against France Tuesday afternoon drew 11.4 million viewers.
Think about that, too. Middle of the day.
Middle of the day. It is the most watched FIFA Men's World Cup semifinals telecast in English in the U.S. ever.
It makes sense, though. It makes sense with just the growing interest in the sport here in this country. It makes sense. And then being here on home soil, it helps the cause also.
This is also from Fox, more ratings. The FIFA World Cup quarterfinals was let's see here, you had 21.79 million viewers. That is the most FIFA World Cup action not featuring the United States in history. 8 million viewers for that England and Norway. Was that? No, Switzerland, right?
That was England, Norway.
England, Norway?
Yeah.
They got flags up. I'm not good with flags. 18.1 for, is that Norway, Argentina? No, Argentina, Switzerland. 18.5. And that was the second most watched World Cup quarterfinal. And then France, their victory over Morocco had 10.2 million. And then Spain, Belgium was 9.8. Let's call it 9.9. So you do the math real quick, 22, 18, 40, 50, about 60 million people, or 60 million views of the quarterfinals, not featuring the United States.
Remember when we got started and we talked about how only 8 countries have ever won a World Cup? There won't be a new one this year. So the last 4 teams that were involved, Argentina, England, Spain, and France, had all won before. So now you have a final with Spain and Argentina, and they both have won.
Wow.
So
Sunday, it's going to be cool.
That just goes to the whole argument about U.S. not being any good, or certain countries that are named that they say they're not any good. Well, there's a select few that have won in the history here.
I saw this too. What was that team, the small team that everybody kind of fell in love with?
There were 2 of them, Cote d'Ivoire, and the other, it starts with a C also. Cape Verde. Cape Verde, but they call it Capo Verde.
Okay. I can't remember which one.
It's probably Capo Verde.
They play both Argentina and Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Both tied.
Oh, they
tied
both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They tied both of them. It's everybody was falling in love with them, but you know what? They were good, too.
Yeah.
They tied both of the teams playing for the World Cup, or in the World Cup final.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. I saw that yesterday. I was like, well, that, it sucks you didn't go further, but it shows that you had a really good team, and they're close.
They drew with Spain. They got beat by Argentina, round of 32. Maybe they played
somebody
them.
Else?
Maybe they played them in the. I don't know if they would have played them in group, but they remember how Argentina keeps making these comebacks. That was
one of the
one that they squeaked out, so to speak.
Maybe was that the one where they came in overtime and won it in overtime? They tied it up in overtime, and then they came back and Argentina beat them. Because you remember the celebration when they tied it up in overtime after Argentina had scored?
Yes,
Maybe the stat was they had tied those teams in regulation.
Yes. Yeah, it was. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They had a draw.
Right.
But around the 32, you have to have a winner.
That's it.
So, they did draw with both of them.
That's pretty cool. Let's see here. It looks like they are done at the Open Championship. Looks like I see all Fs up there. Nope, there's a Patrick Cantley and Jacob Bridgman are still on the course.
Well, it is almost 9 p.m. there.
There's actually a group on 17 and 6. Marcus Plunkett that Coach Fogelman was talking about. Mm-hmm. He is still 1 over par. He has played 15 holes. So there are just a couple of groups left on the course at the Open Championship. Let's see here. Jackson Suber, Sungjae M, Daniel Brown, Thomas Dietrich. Those are at the top of the leaderboard. Suber leads 5 under par. Sungjae M, Daniel Brown tied for second at 4 under par. Actually, there's a bunch of guys at 3 under par. Thomas Dietrich, Robert McIntyre, Francesco Molinari, Alex Smalley, Bryson DeChambeau, Ryan Gerard, MJ Daffew, I'm guessing, Pearson Cootie, Cameron Young, all at 3 under par. They're all tied for 4th place. Then at 2 under par is tied for 13th, Henrik Stenson, Jordan Smith, Victor Perez, Joachim Lagergren, Rio Hisatsuni. We had to learn that name at one time.
Getting into some names now.
Yes. Scotty Scheffler is at 2 under par. Siwoo Kim, Nick Taylor, Sepp Straka, Bud Cauley, Colin Morikawa. And then tied for 24th at 1 under par, you have Alex Fitzpatrick, Matthew Southgate, Ben Griffin, Tyrell Hatton, Tommy Fleetwood, John Rahm, Antoine Rosner, Matt Wallace, Laurie Cantor, Kirk Kitayama, Sean Norris, Keegan Bradley, Aldrich Potgeider. He He was up on the leaderboard not too long. Maybe it was last year's Open because we were having to learn how to say pot guider or pot geeter. Christopher Wrighton and Shane Lowry. So you have 38 golfers under par after the first round.
That's amazing.
Yeah, all those guys right there are either
didn't have to deal with any weather yet.
Yeah, and actually they said it's not going to. The wind's not going to be a huge factor.
Mm-hmm.
It's playable and gettable, but still, because it is dried out. The course is dying, basically. You know, they don't water the grass hardly over there.
Right.
The fairways, they'll water the greens and try to keep them alive as much as they can, but like the fairways are turning brown, and they are hard as a rock, and the biggest thing is controlling your ball. You're hitting in the fairway, and it'll roll like 60 yards. And all of a sudden you're thinking you're laying up well in front of the bunker, it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and goes in the bunker. That's what's making it kind of the most difficult.
Yeah, they'll adjust. They'll adjust to the course as it goes on.
They'll have to if they want to win. All right, coming up, we got hour number 3. We'll do what's trending. We'll talk some more high school football. We'll check the Middleton Heat and Air text line. One more hour to go. This is Out of Bounds.
Join the fun at Arkansas's largest indoor pickleball tournament July 13th through August 2nd in the Hot Springs Convention Center. It's not too late for you to enter. Entry deadline for the Spa City Classic has been extended to Sunday. Go to pickleballtournaments.com to enter.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, are you dreading a lengthy, expensive bathroom remodel? With Bath Makeover of Arkansas, you can have your dream bathroom in as little as one day. American-made baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Revolutionary laser-etched shower walls that will never chip, crack, peel, discolor, or fade. Plus, with Bath Makeover's Price Lock Guarantee, schedule your free design consultation now, and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is also proud to be an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower. With 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase, and call Bath Makeover at 1-800-NEW-BATH for a bonus $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
World champion of what?
1037 The Buzz, your world champions of sports radio.
Don't get me wrong.
KABZ Little Rock.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With KARK's Juliana Cullen.
We're warming back up today with high temperatures in the lower 90s. Most of today will be dry with a mix of sun and clouds, but do have a 10% chance for a pop-up shower this afternoon. Very similar day ahead of us for your Friday. Mix of sun and clouds with a 10% chance for an afternoon pop-up shower, but we will be a little hotter with highs in the mid-90s. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
What's on tap? Brought to you by Flyway Brewing. It's always open season at Flyway Brewing, serving 2 Central Arkansas locations, North Little Rock and now open in Breckenridge Village. Check out current promotions at flywaybrewing.com. Flyway Brewing. Follow the migration. We encourage you to wet your beak responsibly.
In today's digital world, compliance isn't just a box to check, it's a necessity. Network Services Group will help you navigate the complex landscape of cybersecurity regulations, making sure your business stays compliant and secure. Stay ahead of the curve. Focus on what really matters, growing your business. Network Services Group, your partner in compliance for banks and medical organizations.
Network Services Group. One call does it all.
10 Fitness brings you Top 10 Tuesdays with The Zone. Each week, Justin and Phil will dive into a different Top 10 list and take your calls. Brought to you by 10 Fitness. Turn back the clock on gym prices.
Getting a speeding ticket can ruin your day. But what about that cyclist? Or the pedestrian crossing the street? If you hit them while speeding, you'll do more than just ruin their days. That's why tickets are more than just a fine. They're a second chance. A reminder of what's on the line when you're behind the wheel. You won't get a do-over every time. Take this as your sign to follow the speed limit every drive. Speeding slows you down.
A message from the Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
Hi folks, Jeff Peters here, Hagen's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Morrilton. July is all about freedom. Here at Hagen's, we know you have the freedom to choose where you buy a vehicle, and we want your business. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, come let us prove it to you. No gimmicks, no hassles, and no BS. As far as pricing, well, we haven't been in business for over 50 years because our prices are too high. But don't take my word for it. Stop by and let us prove it to you. Come see us at Hagen's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Morrilton today, or check us out online at HagensMotors.com. Welcome to the family.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Millar golfwear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Join the Zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday, as Justin and Phil give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the Zone from 10 till 1. It's all brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level. And be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it's time to settle up. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, scores to settle, all the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you could win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the whole season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase necessary. See website for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, price and valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Live from the True Service Credit Union Studios, this is Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
Hour number 3. What's up, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. He's Joe Franklin. Welcome in to the Big Miller High School Football Media Days. We're at First Community Bank in West Little Rock for day 3. I'll have some more schools coming up tomorrow, and we're going to talk some high school football real quick. We have the new head coach of the Southwest Griffins, Cameron Murray, joining us on Out of Bounds. Coach, welcome into the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you guys doing today?
Man, we're good.
Great.
All right. Tell us about coming to Little Rock. What brought you to Southwest?
So what brought me to Southwest, I'm originally from Little Rock, Arkansas, so, you know, just wanted to be back home. I was at Valley View in Jonesboro the last 3 years, so just being back home. My wife wanted to be back home, so, you know, when they tell you to do something.
You should have led with that.
Yeah. when they want to go back home, there's not much you can do. So, you know, I just wanted to be back home, and, you know, that's what led me to this journey. I always knew I wanted to coach back, you know, around home, so that's been the biggest process right now, just getting back home. So
what does that mean to you, to be back home and complete that journey?
Yeah, it means a lot. I was just trying to told my wife the other day, man, it just feels so much better just being around family. You know, I have a 3-year-old daughter, so just getting her around her grandparents and stuff like that, just having access to people that, you know, I grew up with and, you know, been around, and just so much more community involvement, people just trying to help me because I am from Little Rock. So it's been a really good process, man, and I'm in love with it. So it's been really good so far. So.
What's your background being from Little Rock? Where'd you go to school, and what's your background?
So my background, I started out in Little Rock School District for the most part, and then I transferred to Bryan High School. That's where I graduated from. After I was able to leave Bryan, I was able to go play college ball at Oklahoma State for 4 years, where I was a 3-year starter. So then I got an opportunity to play in the NFL for a little while. So that's been my football journey. So, you know, I tell the kids every day, that's my football journey. I want you to try to get one just like me. So that's what got me back in Little Rock. I didn't stay in Little Rock the whole time. A lot of people was upset with me going to Bryan, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. So, you know, just trying to get a different opportunity.
Were people upset with you not going to Arkansas and going to Oklahoma State?
Oh, yeah, they was. You know, around that time, it was Barry Lundy. That's who was recruiting me at the time. You know, people look kind of down on me a little bit, but, you know, at the end of the day, like I just said, you got to choose what the best opportunity is for you, and it set me up right now to be in the position I am today. So I'm very humble to be here.
As a player, going through that part of it, and when you were still an NFL player, at the time, did you have any idea you wanted to coach at some point?
Man, I always wanted to coach, especially it's just one of those things. I wanted to be around the game of football. So with that being said, I just always wanted to see football, always live, breathe, sleep football. So I knew from the jump, no matter what happened, I was going to be a high school football coach. So.
Who were some of the high school coaches that made an impact on you?
Oh, man, Paul Kelly was one of the ones that my head coach that was at Bryan made me want to be a coach. Also, Leroy Hood, he's originally from Arkansas. That's my cousin. I know he's been coaching for a long time now. He's actually the DC at Newport now. He's set me up for this journey. It's just seeing guys like that, just being around good coaches and just seeing the atmosphere. And, you know, I made a great decision. When I was on the Valley View staff, those coaches were really good coaches, and they made me feel a part of it. So it's just being in a brotherhood, like being a high school football coach, it's like no other. So it's been a good journey.
How would you describe your coaching style? Were you able to take some elements from each and every one of those coaches?
Yes. Even when I was in Texas for a year, you know, that coach was a little bit different. His approach, you know, Texas football could be considered a little bit different in Arkansas. So, you know, the approach that he had there. And then when I got to Valley View, those guys, man, really set me up to succeed. You know, now, you know, their coaching style that they have, they was a little bit more laid back. They was a little bit older than me. So, you know, that just showed me, you know, at times, you know, I know some coaches scream at players all the time, you know, just being able to talk and communicate with these players. So that type of vibe that they had at Valley View showed me, you know, how to be a really good football coach, and it set me up today, you know, and I'm very appreciative of those guys up there at Valley View. So it made a really good impact on my life. So
Cameron Murray talking to us on Out of Bounds, head coach at Southwest. Speaking of Valley View, I got to ask you about Eli Thornton, who's a Razorback commit to play defensive line. Tell us about Eli. What's Arkansas getting?
Man, they're getting a really good football player. I saw that kid develop over the last two years. He's going to have a really big senior year, man. He has a really high ceiling. He got really, really good with his hands, man. Arkansas got a steal, man. I love that they got a new coach up there at Arkansas, man. He's going to get a really good football player in Eli Thornton. He's going to make a lot of plays for him. In my opinion, I think, you know, he comes in the offseason. I think he can play early for Arkansas. That's just my opinion. I may could be wrong, but I think he's a really good football, great kid, great family. And like I told you, I talk to that kid about every other week. I've been lucky to be a part of his journey, just to see kids develop and be able to get to play at the highest level, a good high level on the SEC. So that's been a really good experience to see that. So
we played that interview with Eli. He's the one that they call the Vanilla Gorilla.
Yeah, Gorilla.
He is a character, man.
Yeah,
I liked him a lot.
Yeah, man, he has a really big personality. Every day, man, he'll find a way when I was coaching him to make me laugh. So he's a really good player, great kid, man. They'll never have a problem out there, kid. He's going to work his butt off. So I'm ready to see his journey, his senior year, and then transition to big SEC football. So I'm ready to see that journey unfold. So
what's the process been like in getting to know the team there at Southwest? You guys getting to know each other?
Yeah, it's been a different process. So we live on 3 words, an acronym. When I say it's DAT, discipline, accountability, and toughness. So that's been the biggest thing, trying to instill that into that program. That's been the biggest thing, getting guys' mindset to change. These guys are used to losing, and I'm used to winning. So it's been a different journey. So I'm just trying to get these kids to buy in, man. We got really good kids over there. I know, sometimes at Southwest we get a bad perception, but at the end of the day, man, we have a really good football team, and I think we're going to be able to compete going down to 6A. So that should help us tremendously.
No, it's huge.
Yes.
to move down to the 6A West. Discipline, accountability, and
toughness.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Yes. Yeah. So, when I came up with those 3 words, got it with my staff, I wanted to use those 3 words for us: discipline. I want to be disciplined on and off the field. I want to hold each other accountable every day, whether it's players or coaches. And we got to be freaking tough. I mean, that's just is what it boils down to. If you're not tough, you can't play football. And that's just my opinion. So
sure, players like being around that facility too. You have great facilities there at Southwest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have pretty good facilities, man. I'm trying to convince admin to get us an indoor, but we getting there. So we just trying to get that going. Well, man, we have we top of the line weight room. We have a nice field. These kids got all the tools and necessities they need to succeed. So it's a really good setup that we have at Little Rock Southwest. So it's gonna be a good year this year. It's going to be a good year.
You got what kind of players you got?
Well, we got a couple good players coming back. Tyler Jackson, he has a D1 offer right now from North Alabama. So he's a really good football player. We have up front, we have a really nice size O-line. We got a couple skilled guys, Mario Maxwell, Marcellus Siggers, they're guys that can go. For the defensive side of the ball, we have a lot of, returning guys. Not really a lot of returning guys. A couple guys that played some key snaps last year, and James Thrower, Bob Waters, and Mario, he's going to play on defense a lot. So those guys coming back, we have a really good football team, in my opinion. We have guys over there that, people may overlook just because of the record, but it's still some good talent in Southwest.
How important is it with a new coaching staff and them trying to buy in, and you're preaching that and all this, to get off to a good start, to see some positivity to get the buy-in?
Yes, and today we had a team camp at Sylvan Hills. So just this today was one of the best days I think we had all summer. And I'm just telling these guys we have to start fast, and that's been the biggest issue. Even in the past, is watching last year's team. That's been the biggest thing, is getting these guys to start fast and be able to know that I know where we came from. I know we went 0-10, but that doesn't define who we are. And that's been the biggest thing, just getting these guys to buy in daily. They've been showing up for the most part. We sitting about 65 to 68 on the roster right now, which is good in my opinion, because at the end of the day, I don't want to have 80 guys that just trying to get jerseys. So I want good football players, which we do, and it's been a great process, man, to see it unfold from me getting there in February to now. So.
You have a starting quarterback, or is there competition there?
Right now we got Brady Williams. He's our starting quarterback. He's a senior. He's gonna be a senior this year, so he's gonna have to step up a lot and take on a lot of a huge role, which he has. So he moved in. So he's been a great asset to our football team.
How hard is it, do you think, going to be to turn it around?
Man, I think it's gonna be a process. Me being a young coach, I'm probably the youngest head coach in the state of Arkansas. So, it's gonna be a process trying to get out of that young mentality that, we can do it right now all the time. But I know it's gonna be a process. But I will say this, I think we have an opportunity to compete, with those teams in the 6A West, which there are really good football teams there. But I think we're gonna be able to compete and, show guys that we can play football. And that's been the biggest thing, man. I think that these kids understand that, and we showing it every day.
Sounds like you're looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah, I love a challenge. When I was at Valley View, no knock to those guys, but it got to the point it got kind of easy. We was winning conference championships the last 3 years, so I wanted to be a part of something I can build my own. I've always been an underdog my whole life, so I take it on as a challenge every day. And, you know, people tell me every day, why you take that job? And I tell them, man, I wanted to take this job because I want to be in a position to build something. Because at the end of the day, when we start winning football games, the whole thing going to turn around. So that's been the biggest thing, and I'm excited every day. I'll never have a bad look on my face. I have a smile every day I come in the facility because I know once we turn it around, it's a lot of people going to see what's really going on over there. So
smiling, too, because your wife's happy.
Yes, that's another thing. Wife's happy, so happy wife, happy life. So.
Absolutely. Coach, thank you for coming on.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all.
Hey, good luck this year.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right, we can take a look at what's trending now. Todd, if you want to hit that.
Let's do it.
What's trending in the world of sports is sponsored by Arkansas-based West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee and their 1.5 million coffee farmers around the globe as they fuel Arkansas with great tasting coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA today.
World Cup yesterday. Argentina was able to get it done with another comeback win versus England, and this is what it sounded like.
Messi on Spence, trying to find space for that left foot into the middle. Enzo Fernandez! Argentina! They always find a way, and they've tied the game! Messi resets, Messi driving in, Messi crossing back, there it is! Lautaro Martinez! Stoppage time! Go-ahead goal for Argentina! It'll count as a game-winning goal in the semifinal. Indeed it is! Argentina do it again! And they set an A with Spain Sunday in New Jersey in the World Cup final.
Argentina scored in 85th minute and 92nd minute. In 92nd minute, it was stoppage time, and they were able to go on to win. And Lionel Messi, on both those goals, he got assists. So he was looked at as being the playmaker. All the attention was on him, but he assisted on both goals. They go on to win. Let's hear how it sounded on Telemundo as Argentina got the win.
Julián Álvarez, abierto Nico González y Argentina entusiasmado, embalado, con fe, vamos. Va Nico, busca el mano a mano, lo marca Conza, no deja atrás para Julián, viene para Julián, entrega para Enzo, va Enzo, abrió la cancha para Nico, va para Nico, mete por abajo, le queda Alexis, apuntó y paró, palo, va para Messi, Valeo, tengo el palo, pero qué trasero que tienen, por Dios, por no hacer otra cosa, viene Messi, Valeo, va Messi, mete el centro, ¡gol! No termina nunca, hay que dejar de creer. Argentina 2, Argentina 2, Inglaterra 1, Lautaro viejo hermano. Argentina en mi corazón estamos juntos, siempre juntos. Argentina 2-1, 47 minutos Juan Pablo. Vamos Argentina todavía, no se puede tener tanto culo. Lo hizo Argentina 2-1.
That's exactly the call we heard yesterday as we were watching on Telemundo. Now, of course, we couldn't hear the sound the entire time, but a lot of excitement in that call. On the other side, England, there was disappointment, and let's hear from Harry Kane.
Well, Harry, it's the most heartbreaking way for your tournament to end. I know it's going to be incredibly raw, but what are your immediate thoughts?
Yeah, just gutted for the boys, gutted for everyone, the team, the staff, the fans. Yeah, we played a good game for the large majority of it. Once we went 1-0 up, we seemed to just try and hold on, which, you know, at this level it's not enough. So just gutted because we've worked so hard to be here, and the lads are giving every last bit of running, sweat, blood, tears, whatever it is. So to fall short like we did today is just gutted.
Why was it so hard to get any momentum after the goal, do you think?
yeah, we struggled to get pressure on the ball. I thought, especially first half and start the second half, we pressed them well. We put them under loads of pressure, especially high up the pitch, which then allowed us to win balls, control the game a little bit better. After the goal, whether it's them putting more men forward or us just not being able to match them man for man, it just was wave after wave, and we were trying to hold on. Lads were putting blocks in, but in the end, it was just it wasn't enough.
Did it feel at the end that after the exertion you put in the last 2 games, perhaps it was almost one ask too far to find another response?
Yeah, I don't know. The boys always are ready for any moment in the game, and when we went ahead, the messaging was to go again and get another goal, and and then obviously once they scored their 2 goals, it was to try and find something, but we couldn't quite get the momentum back in the game.
You're having to do this interview down the Argentina end of the pitch as well, which makes it even more difficult, but what can England learn from this? What can you take forward?
Yeah, we had a lot of good moments in this tournament, a lot of good games, another semi-final. We talk about knocking on the door, we're close, we just need to find that missing piece in the final stage of the tournament. You know, these tournaments take it out of you, so much effort and pressure and mentality, and we've shown a lot of that throughout the whole 6-7 weeks we've been together. But yeah, we're just missing that final piece.
Thanks for talking to us, Harry.
Thank you.
Harry Kane was also asked about next World Cup and if he's going to play or what's next.
Obviously 4 years is a long way away. I'm 33 in the summer, but as you see on the other end with Leo there, he's still performing at the highest level. So I never want to put a limit on these things. I'll address every situation as they come, but for now it's just about processing another tough loss with this team.
So no decision right now, and of course 4 years is a long time, and maybe 2 years into it, then you start to kind of have those thoughts and know exactly what you want to do. But right now, you got to get through what just happened, and he'll have some time to think about it. ESPYs happened last night, and host Marcelo Hernandez, we have a few things from him, but first he congratulated Caleb Williams, and he had a joke about Tiger Woods.
Congratulate one player. I want to congratulate Caleb Williams, the quarterback for the Chicago Bears, who will be on the cover of the new Madden video game. Congratulations to Caleb. Yeah. And Tiger Woods will be on the cover of Grand Theft Auto. I love you, Tiger. I'm a big fan, man. It was written so well. I also want to shout out the WNBA players for signing a new deal, and they're now making more money than ever before.
And Marcelo Hernandez, he had a lot of great moments last night. He also shouted out Shane Gillis.
25 years. I also want to shout out last year's host, Shane Gillis. He is watching from home like a true American. On his couch, drinking a beer while a Hispanic guy does his job. I personally think it's crazy that I get to host the ESPYs. This is an American dream for a child of immigrants to host the biggest show in sports. My mom came to this country.
A lot of praise for New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson last night, and here's Marcelo Hernandez on Knicks.
In 1973, hockey players didn't wear helmets. Basketball had no three-point line. And in 1973, Bill Belichick was the age his girlfriend is now. Is that the line? Is that where you're drawing the line?
And that's actually true. True statement.
Oh, it is? I was trying to do the math.
It's about right. Now, it's not exact, but it's close. All right, and great moment last night, Jim Abbott. He won Jimmy V Award for Perseverance. And if you remember Jim Abbott, pitcher that didn't have a right hand, and he threw a no-hitter at one time during his career. Here's
my
part of his
oldest daughter
acceptance.
is getting married in November. This is the second most nervous I'm going to be for a speech. Thank you to ESPN. I appreciate everything the following. Thank you to the Jimmy V Foundation. To stand here, to be included, to be in this room with all of you means the world to me, to be included. You know, I was born missing my right hand, and I never wanted to make a big deal about that. I still don't. I know, and you know, there's a lot of people in this world who have it a lot worse than me. The Jimmy V Foundation knows that there's a lot of people in this world who have it a lot worse than me. But being born this way, I knew what it was like to be different. I knew what it was like to be on the outside looking in. And I knew what it was like to want to prove yourself and be on a team. And of all of the great blessings that sports have given me, that sense of belonging is the best.
Also, a lot of athletes there at ESPYs. Jason Tatum, it was a public appearance for him. And, of course, he was asked about Jaylen Brown. And here's what Jason Tatum had to say.
How would you describe this offseason? Obviously, the big story is your teammate, ex-teammate Jaylen Brown traded. What's it been like for you as this team? You guys grew up together in Boston, won a championship. What's it been like?
If I'm being transparent, it's weird.
Yeah.
Right? I've been on the Celtics for 9 years, and he was my teammate every single one of those. You understand throughout, the course of a career that the NBA is a business, and people change teams and change coaches and front office, but it doesn't make it any easier. There's still a human element of it that you feel those emotions. The city feels those emotions. But there's also a side of, we have to welcome our new teammates in with open arms, and we still have to attack the new season.
Yeah.
So there's a balance, but it's weird.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's very weird also because he went to the team that took you guys out of the playoffs this season. So obviously you guys have a lot to work on this offseason. We can't wait to see you guys next season. By the way,
he said that, not me, but I appreciate it. I'm a Sixers fan. So. I'm a Sixers fan.
Y'all got us one time.
We got you. Listen, I'm fully aware of what happened a couple years ago.
NBA has announced that Bam Adebayo won't face any punishment for altercation with Tyler Herro. And also, LeBron doing Mind the Game podcast. They did it in front of a live audience at Fanatics Fest. He had Tyrese Halliburton as a guest host. And, of course, the crowd was asking about a decision, what his next team will be. And LeBron and Tyrese Halliburton discussed before they even went out that was off the table. LeBron said that there would be no talk of next team, so said he's not ready to reveal that yet. And who knows if he's even decided yet. Also, NBA, they play 82 games. NHL plays 82 games. And there's a lot of talk about NBA. We hear it every year about playing less games. There's talk about reducing the season to 72, playing 10 less games. NHL is going opposite direction. They're playing more games. They've expanded to an 84-game season. So for this upcoming 26-27 season, 84 games for NHL.
Wow. 82. That's what college football is about to get to, 82.
They are playing quite a bit more.
Open Championship is just about to finish up the first round, and I was trying to verify it, and I found one tweet. Afternoon wave was much tougher. The guys on the top of the leaderboard, they all played early this morning, got off the course. No one from the afternoon wave really made much of a run, so it looked like the draw today anyway, the best draw was to play early this morning. And I was checking, remember we had Coach Fogelman on from Malvern, and we were talking about the Plunkett, the golfer that was a military guy that qualified. He's on 18 right now, even par. So that could be a really cool story if Marcus Plunkett can make the cut.
Some of the highlights from ESPYs last night. Knicks, they were big winners, but Fernando Mendoza, he got Best College Athlete, Men's Sports, Lauren Betts. For Women's Sports, Steph Curry won Muhammad Ali Sports Humanitarian Award. for some of his work in the community. Jalen Brunson had a really big night. Best championship performance. OG Anunoby had best play. Myles Garrett, best record-breaking performance. There was a sweep for best male and female athletes. So Jalen Brunson won best NBA player. Asia Wilson won best WNBA player. But they also won best male and men's and women's sports best athletes. So got a sweep there. Christian McCaffrey, best comeback athlete. And Scotty Scheffler, best golfer.
Yeah, he was last year. Now, this year?
Not so much.
Not so much. I don't know who you would go with. Probably a lot depends on how they finish up the Open Championship, and you get to the Tour Championship at the end of the season. I think that's still up in the air. Who could be the best golfer this year?
Pat Tillman Award winner for service. Very great story there. Scott Ruskin. He's a U.S. Coast Guard rescue swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an incident in Texas where they had flooding last year, July 4th weekend. Got in, and they were able to rescue.
I remember that.
Yeah. About 100 people. And he was first on the scene, and he did, 165 lives that they were able to save. Now, they did have some casualties. They had a little less than 30, but, he gave credit to – he was first on the scene, but he gave credit to everyone who had something to do with saving lives there, including people that were there on site, and they had to make those initial moves before getting some help to come in and help with the rescue.
So all of a sudden it's turned to the Beavers here. We got the Lakeside Beavers talking to the media and the Glen Rose Beavers waiting to go in. Just looked up and got Beavers all over the place. We'll take a break. When we come back, we can talk about Glen Rose. They're sitting here ready to go.
Sam Smith from Spa City Classic, he's going to talk to us.
Awesome.
And, we'll hear more about Spa City Classic on the way back.
All right, stick around. This is Out of Bounds.
10 Fitness brings you Top 10 Tuesdays with The Zone. Each week, Justin and Phil will dive into a different Top 10 list and take your calls. Brought to you by 10 Fitness. Turn back the clock on gym prices.
This is SportsCenter.
The World Cup final is set as Argentina mounted another comeback to beat England 2-1 in the semifinals. England scored in the 55th minute and held the lead all the way until the 85th when Enzo Fernandez scored. Argentina's Lautaro Martinez then netted one off Lionel Messi's pass in stoppage time for the win. In 6 World Cup meetings between the two countries, the record is now 3-3. Argentina will be facing Spain in the final. The reigning South American champion versus the reigning European champion. The two have met in the World Cup just once when Argentina won 2-1 in 1966. The final will be at 2 o'clock on Sunday on Fox. The third place game between France and England will be on Saturday at 4 o'clock on Fox. And Major League Baseball returns from their All-Star break tonight with just one game. The Mets versus the Phillies will be at 6 o'clock on ESPN. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Hunter Bell. When you think about buying a car, we want you to think Bell Chevrolet. Not just because we want your business, but because we want to be on your side. That's what buying a car should look like. Simple, stress-free, knowing you have someone in your corner. We have something for every budget, new or pre-owned. I keep telling y'all it's better at Bell. Now it's time to come find out for yourself. Come see us on Chenal Parkway or shop at bellchevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Camping season is here, and Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs is liquidating all 2026 year model travel trailers and fifth wheels. If you've been thinking about a new trailer, now is the time to buy. One of the many great deals is a 20-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $14,990 or $150 a month. Hurry while the selection is good. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Around here, reputation matters. That's why homeowners and business owners turn to the professionals at CertaPro Painters for their painting projects. From detailed residential painting to professionally managed commercial projects, our crews deliver craftsmanship that protects your investment and enhances curb appeal. Spring weather won't last forever, and neither will the open slots on the schedule. If painting is on your list this year, now's the time. Call CertaPro Painters or visit CertaPro.com and reserve your spring project today. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Join Rick Schaefer and I every afternoon on Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. We'll talk with great guests like Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Trey Biddy, Hogsports.com, Kevin Bohannon, and a whole lot more. It's all right here from 4 to 7 on 103.7 The Buzz.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. Glad you're with us. We're at First Community Bank again for the Big Miller High School Football Media Days. We'll talk some high school football in just a sec, but we're going to talk about the Spa City Classic coming to Hot Springs, the largest indoor pickleball tournament in the state. It's right around the corner. Sam Smith is joining us on Out of Bounds. Sam, welcome in. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you, guys. Pleasure to be here again.
Sam, you have some more spots available. Registration ends on Sunday.
That's correct. We extended the deadline to this Sunday, and since the last time we spoke, we've had almost 200 players register, and we're still accepting entries until this Sunday.
All right, details. How do you get signed up?
You go to pickleballtournaments.com. Pickleballtournaments.com, and just type in Spa City Classic. It'll pop right up, and it's pretty self-evident once you get there. Register now. If you've never played pickleball before, that's okay. We have a spot for you, and you have a week to start practicing. We can teach you the rules. We can get you a paddle once you're there. You can buy a paddle once you're there if you like it, but it's a really, really fun event. There's a reason this is the largest tournament in the state of Arkansas. It's been building up for years in Hot Springs, and it's going to be at the arena. And again, pickleballtournaments.com to get signed up.
How exciting is it that you're 2 weeks away as of today?
Man, we are really, really excited. This is a really fun event. It's a 4-day event, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And there's over 150 divisions based on skill level, based on age, and you pick which one you want to sign up for. But that being said, there's so many moving parts, so much that we have to plan for and coordinate. And yeah, 2 weeks away, man. It's going to be really, really fun time.
We'll be there with you. A week from tomorrow? Is that right? 2 weeks from tomorrow.
I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah. 2 weeks from tomorrow. You guys are going to be there, I think, Friday or Saturday, one of those days, with us, and so you guys get to experience it firsthand.
No, I'm excited for it. How much does it cost to enter?
It's $60 to enter, and then $25 per division that you want to enter. And so, divisions would include like a singles match, just one, or a doubles match, or there's also mixed doubles. There's something that's called the Offspring Open, where a parent can play with their child or a grandparent can play with their grandchild. And like I said, 150 different divisions. There's a lot to choose from, but pretty inexpensive compared to some of the other tournaments that are out there.
Are you able to sign up as an individual player and find a partner that way also?
Yes. Yep, there's actually a waiting list right now of people who are looking for other partners. And so, yeah, you just get on there and like I said, pickleballtournaments.com, register now, and then there are options if you want us to find you a partner, or if you have somebody that you want to play with, then call them up and you guys can both register together.
Awesome stuff, Sam. Look forward to it. Best of luck. Let's get signed up and blow the Spa City Classic out. Thank you for coming back on.
Can't wait, guys. Thanks again. Look forward to seeing y'all there.
Yes, sir. Can't wait to get
Absolutely.
down there. Sam Smith with the Spa City Classic joining us on Out of Bounds. Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow. It is a Friday. That we'll be down there doing the show live.
July 31st. Last day of the month.
That is July 31st, huh? All right. Let's talk about the Glen Rose Beavers. We've got Coach Brian Weatherford getting ready to speak to the media, taking over at Glen Rose. He's been there for I don't want to say forever, but he's been there for a while.
Let's not date, Coach.
Yeah, I've been there a long time.
How long have you been at Glen Rose?
I've been there since 02, 03.
Okay.
So
23, 20 going 24. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I was about to say, it must be a pretty good place to work for you to be there.
It is an awesome place, I'm telling you.
How's it changed
over?
Go ahead.
Great fans, people, churches in the community really sponsor us well, and just can't talk enough about our kids. We get them in the 7th grade, and we train them up from 7th grade on up. They're like trained robots, but sometimes athleticism gets us. But if they all fit where they're supposed to fit and do what we're supposed to do, we're usually pretty successful.
How's it changed for you over the years?
No, it's still blocking and tackling.
Yeah.
Still blocking and tackling. You got to be able to block. You got to be able to tackle. Offenses have changed a little bit, and then you got some people going back to the double slot, the old wishbone looking stuff, So, but other than that, it's still all the same. Blocking and tackling.
You walk into a pretty good situation, had a really good team last year. You guys, won 11 games last year, and take over as head coach this year, and you got a lot of those guys coming back and playing for you.
A lot of those guys. I mean, we lost some key guys off that group, but we got just about everybody back. Got some new guys in some skilled positions that are not proven yet, but have done a great job in the weight room. Great job on the field this summer, learning the system, all that kind of stuff. John Van, the ones that are here, Riley Cox, all those guys have been great leaders for those guys too. Leighton Baldwin, Gage Hood, Ace Best, Carson Matthews, Darren Battle, all those guys have just been great in the weight room. Sebastian Williamson, Braxton Burgett. I mean, all those guys have really done a great job buying in. They have for 3 years, and they have again this year. So it's awesome. It's just been awesome being there, being with the kids.
You have a big senior class?
Yes, and I 13, 14, something like that. So I mean, we're really excited about them. And we got some guys that are coming up that are going to be all right too. But Connor Youngman's going to be one that people better watch out for. Once he kind of figured out that he was pretty good, in junior high, he did some good stuff for us. So we're really excited about him. Carson Harrison's another one that he's a move-in this year, and we're really excited about him. It looks like he's going to wind up being a running back, and he's got some speed, a little shake, so we're really excited about him.
You guys, I would say Glen Rose is usually the expectations are high for Glen Rose year after year. You guys are picked to either win the conference or be right there, and it's no different this year. So is that even a big deal that you got the bullseye on your chest, or they're used to it?
That's we're kind of used to that. We talk about it a lot. That we're going to get everybody's best shot, no matter who it is. We're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's still the expectation. You know, the expectation is always go to the state championship game, but first you got to win the conference. So we're excited about that opportunity. Got a great staff. You know, Brandon Natsky, Wade Matlock. Got our new O-line coach Eric Otteson, Weston Deeren, and Cameron Wood. They do a great job for us there, getting the kids prepared for that. So we're excited, just super excited about, you know, the opportunity.
Can you keep Keener out of the field house?
It's hard to do that. He's always around. No, I wouldn't have it any other way. Just love him to death. So we're just he's awesome to work for. Always has been, and to work with. Super supportive of everything we do.
Well, tell him I said hello.
We'll do it.
I think they're waiting on you.
Waiting
it's
on
your
us?
turn in the
Okay.
big room now,
All right.
Coach. We're
All
just the
right. Thank y'all
warm-up
a lot.
act.
Thanks, Wes. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was good seeing you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Appreciate you.
That's Brian Weatherford from the Glen Rose Beavers joining us on Out of Bounds. We'll take a break. Final break of the day. We'll come back, wrap this thing up, and find out what's happening on Drive Time Sports. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, it's Shark Month 2 at Gwatney Buick GMC. Shark Month promises the biggest deals of the year and ready to take a bite out of your payment. New Invistas starting at under $24,000. Sink your teeth into Sierra 1500s, up to $15,000 off MSRP. Sharks can smell a deal for miles around, like all new Buicks on the lot at 0.9. Are you underwater? Let's trade. Canyons at just $249 per month and Sierras at 0%. It's Shark Month 2. And you're going to need a bigger truck. Call Gwatney Buick GMC at 501-945-4444. Gwatney Buick GMC, 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. Stock numbers 32616, 32661. Some offers require qualifying trade-in. Canyon is a low mileage lease. All offers are approved credit.
Rev up for the Cabot Police Department Foundation Serve and Shine Car Show. Saturday at the NLC Cabot parking lot on West Main Street. All makes and models welcome. Food trucks, trophies, and free admission for spectators. Get registered Saturday for $25. Don't miss the Cabot Serve and Shine Car Show. If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. One call does it all.
Join the fun at Arkansas's largest indoor pickleball tournament, July 30th through August 2nd in the Hot Springs Convention Center. It's not too late for you to enter. Entry deadline for the Spa City Classic has been extended to this Sunday. Go to pickleballtournaments.com to enter. Over 150 different age and skill levels to match your playing ability. But you must register by Sunday. The Spa City Classic, brought to you by Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram and sponsored by Washita Bar and Grill and Comfort Inn and Suites. Go to pickleballtournaments.com.
Serious injuries happen every day.
If it happens to you, don't wait. Dial 8.
Dial 8 for Rainwater, Holton, Sexton.
888-8888.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
We've got you covered, Arkansas.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See? We didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you.
Brought to you by the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. Have you ever wondered where the term slush fund originated? It is a nautical term describing what cooks on ships call the grease and fat left over from cooking meat. A large frigate could produce 15 or 20 barrels of slush in a year. Back in the 1800s, the ship's crew sold slush to candle makers and others, and then used the money for small comforts to help pass the time at sea. Comforts like books and musical instruments. They often called this off-the-books account a slush fund. Speaking of a slush fund, Doublebee's has some delicious frozen treats called slushes. On hot days down here in the South, a slush really hits the spot. Doublebee's has your favorite flavors of slushes and a lot of other refreshing drinks. Doublebee's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Welcome back. Out of Bounds, live at First Community Bank in West Little Rock. It is the Big Miller Football Media Days, Day 3, almost in the books. Glenn Rose is in the main room right now, and Coach Weatherford left us, and he's speaking with the media right now. And then that's it. They'll close up shop and have one more day tomorrow.
How about that? One of the players, Ace Best. How about that name?
He mentioned Ace during our interview. That was the one he was trying to remember. I could see his brain ticking. It was churning, and Ace Best.
What a name.
They have, and Gage Hood right there is their quarterback that was, I think he's been playing for them, seems like for 5 years.
4 years
Yeah,
now.
but he is only a junior, and I think he played as a freshman.
Oh, wow.
And then last year took over as a sophomore, and now back for his junior year. But no, we've heard a lot about Gage Hood over the years, and he's talking with the media now. Right. Tomorrow you got West Helena, Earl, Bald Knob, Southside, Fordyce, Watson Chapel, Camden, Fairview, and Mariana, and they'll wrap it up here. It was a fantastic event. I'll tell you that. They do a great job of putting it on. It's on YouTube for everybody to go back and watch, and just the hospitality here at First Community Bank is outstanding and thoroughly enjoyed. I think, Joe, it was a great decision to come for 3 days this year. Last year, the previous years, we just come for 1 day and in and out, and being here all 3 days to get the chance to talk with more coaches about their teams, I loved it. I think it's something we need to try to continue to do.
Yeah, it's been a great time here at First Community Bank over the past 3 days. So, yeah, we could be here every day. Would love to.
Just set up shop.
It's the perfect setup right here.
It is. Have to get some banners or something and hang them up. And so people will be like, oh, what the heck's going on here at this bank? Why are they here? Let them know who we are.
Baseball, they get back on the field tonight. And New York Mets and Phillies, they're the only game, and then you have every team playing tomorrow. So if you go to Bet Saracen, of course you can get odds on it, and Phillies, 1.5 run favorite, and the over-under, 9.5 runs. And then with World Cup coming up, we know about the final, so you have Spain and Argentina, but don't forget about there's a third-place game, France-England. France is -110, and England plus 275. A draw is plus 275. And then when you look at Spain-Argentina, Spain is favored, plus 130. They're plus 130, but Argentina is plus 250. So you have plus money for both. And then a draw is plus 200.
Well, I was just pulling up the odds for the Open Championship, and the live odds for now that the round 1 is underway or done, and you'll have round 2 starting up here a little bit later. Scotty Scheffler is the favorite at plus 575, so his odds have actually gone down after he shot 2 under par today.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Young is next at plus 1,200. Colin Morikawa and Robert McIntyre are at plus 1,500. John Rahm plus 1,750. Bryson shot up. He's at plus 1,750 after shooting 3 under par, I believe it was today. Tommy Fleetwood's also at plus 1,750. The big dropper, Rory McIlroy. Rory, you could get Rory right now for plus 2,500.
Whoa.
He shot 2 over today. So he's 7 shots out of the lead.
Bad. That's not bad.
But, if Rory came out tomorrow and shot, 3, 4 under, gets back under par, he's back in contention. You got plus 2,500.
Absolutely.
250 to 1 on Rory McIlroy right now. Now, by the way, the leader has the same odds as Rory McIlroy. That Jackson Suber, plus 2,500. How often could you get the leader of a major after round one at still at 25 to 1 odds?
That is really interesting that they have same odds. But that's what the options you have available there at Bet Saracen. Once game starts, once tournaments start, you still can get in and get some action on some good wagering options.
Yep. If you don't have the app, you need to download it and get involved with Bet Saracen. Easy to do. Let's see here. Let me go to the Middleton Heat and Air text line real quick and see if we can get caught up on everything. Is Randy in the studio, Todd?
He is right here. He's reaching for a pair of headphones as we speak.
Oh, well, good deal. By the way, I was told Walnut Ridge, Bobcats.
Bobcats. Okay.
Bobcats. That was one I could not remember. What was the other one? Mustangs. Taylor. Oh, they were talking about Taylor.
Walnut Ridge?
No, I guess the Taylor Mustangs.
Perryville.
Perryville Mustangs? Maybe that's the one. Let's see here. Yep, Earl also said Walnut Ridge Bobcat.
Bet Randy knows Perryville.
Perryville. Randy, what's their mascot?
Rams.
Perryville Rams.
Rams.
I did not have that.
Central Arkansas Christian Mustangs. Who else you want Mustangs? Midland. How about Midland Mustangs?
Midland Mustangs.
8-man football.
You think you could do every school?
Probably.
Probably.
If not, I
thought I could.
I just text Barry Grooms. I just say, "Hey, Bear, who is it?"
Yeah, there it is.
What's coming up on Drive Time?
We got a busy one today. Kevin Bohannon, 6 o'clock tonight. He had to miss because of a family situation. TroyBeautyHogSports.com. Kevin McPherson, right here on 103.7 The Buzz, called Drive Time Sports.
Awesome stuff. Randy, have a great show. I'll be listening on the way home.
Doing a great job over there, boys. Hang tight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Randy.
Had a ton of fun. Thank you, First Community Bank, for hosting us. And big thanks to the Big Miller Football Media Days. We'll be back in the studio tomorrow. Hope you can join us. But stick around. Drive Time Sports is next.